Grand Rising, y'all. Come on in the building. It's a beautiful Tuesday. Grand Rising. Hey, y'all. Let's do that. You feel alive. Welcome to the live, y'all. Grand Tuesday morning. Grand Rising, beautiful rising, divine rising, royal rising. Long as y'all rising, we rising, child. Oh, what we got going on this morning, y'all? Look, I ain't even warmed my voice up yet. My voice sounds tired, child. Grand Rising, y'all. It's Tuesday. Come on, shake the dust off. Go on, shake it off. Grand Rising, Erica, child. We might as well. We got to get up. We got to get going anyway. Look, so might as well do it all in love and light, right? We got to get up. Got to do it anyway, right? Might as well enjoy your time, child. Grand Rising. It's about the sunshine. My morning is beautiful. My morning is beautiful. I gotta take my baby girl to the doctor though. I think she has well, I know she has allergies, but you know how if you don't take your allergy medicine, it eventually just turns into this coughing cold stuff, right? So she having these whole cough attacks, and I know it's her allergy. So I'm gonna hang out with y'all for a little while, and then I'm gonna take her to the pediatrician. Grand Rising. Happy Tuesday, blessings, y'all. Grand Rising, Ashley. Sipping on some coffee this morning. I probably need some tea the way my voice sounds. I think we're going to start with the Starseed Oracle today, y'all. We some star seeds over here. The message I heard this morning was about circumcision, by the way. All right. The message I heard this morning was about circumcision. So I kind of feel like we about to be cutting some stuff away, okay? I feel like that's where God taking us this morning. It's circumcision. Sometimes you got to cut back, peel back the layers, cut it on back. Rich rising, blessing in disguise. Oh, I forgot to set my morning goal, y'all. Let's see what this goal is going to be. I didn't even realize this is something that you're supposed to be doing until recently. Y'all know, I just be figuring it out as I go along. So we're going to set the morning goal, y'all, and then we're going to get into these messages. Let's see. I think I like the garland. Oh, I like the flower headband. We'll do the flower headband this morning. I think that'll match my outfit. All right, y'all. Let's confirm that. All right, y'all. So when I was getting ready this morning, you know, I always listen. And I actually didn't get a message until literally like, thank you. Yeah, I like that. That's cute. I didn't actually get a message until almost like literally right before I was getting ready to go live. But I knew it would come. So I was getting ready and I'm like, okay, God, what we talking about this morning? I was like, I don't know. So I was like, okay, well, we just gonna ask the collective what they want to talk about. And then right before I came on, I heard circumcision. Right? I heard circumcision. And you know, circumcision in some countries is mandatory. And most it's not, right? But the circumcision that is taking place within the collective, child, you got to peel back, right? Sometimes we just got to peel it on back. We got to see what's beneath the surface. See the circumcision. Thank you for the green, Rita. Right? Thank you. Match my outfit, child. The green hearts. See, your energy is infinite. And what you're beginning to understand about yourself is that as you peel back the layers of who you are, right? You're beginning to realize something that, girl, you ain't even know about yourself. King, you had no idea, right? You had no idea that your energy is infinite, right? That you are a blessing, a whole blessing, child. But nobody ever told you that because you figure what you do for and to people every day is just a part of who you are. But now as we begin to pull back the layers, that's what circumcision does. You got to go on and cut some stuff off. And when you begin to cut some stuff off, you can truly see what's beneath the surface. Somebody, oh, we just seeing what's beneath the surface because you a whole blessing. Sometimes you just got to be grateful for your own presence and your own energy. See, nobody ever taught us to be appreciative, right? To appreciate who we are. Nobody said, you know what, you're a good person. You should appreciate that about yourself. Nobody ever told you that your energy is so beautiful that others should appreciate the fact that you got such good energy. No, child, don't nobody tell you that. So then you wake up in the morning, the whole thing, you don't even realize you a whole blessing, child. A whole blessing, child. Because see, a lot of times, y'all, the people around us know that we're a blessing. Why? Because they take advantage of your blessing all day, of your love and your light, child. It's infinite. So they are so used to it, it has become common, right? Your energy has just been common to others because they're used to that. But no, you can't get used to the blessings, child. Thank you. Thank you, love, for the gift. So what you're beginning to understand is through a circumcision process. What does that look like? As you begin to pull back the layers of who you are, you're beginning to understand something about yourself. What are you doing, child? You're activating the earth. You are experiencing an activated earth. What does that look like? You see this beautiful light and you coming down? Child, that's your energy. And your energy is illuminating the earth beneath you. What does that look like? Well, it's beautiful if your energy is beautiful, child. Grand rising. Grand rising. Right? This is the activated earth, Erica. And what does that mean is that there are power in places. The power is in the places that you go. Why? Because your energy is infinite. There is power. You just have to trust where you're being led. Somebody, you're being physically led somewhere. Like physically. This is about relocation or another job or something like that, right? There is physical relocation that needs to take place. Why? Because there is power in the next place that you're to move to. Right? There is power in that place, and somebody, you're questioning, God, should I make this move? Is it time for me to move? And whether that's moving on to a relationship, moving to a new physical location, or moving to another job, there is some type of power in that place. Why? Because you are being trusting. See, when you begin to trust where you're being led, the power is already there. Why? Because your trust has preceded you, which means the power is already there. They're waiting on you. Woo, they waiting on you, Erica, child. They waiting on you. See, a lot of times, y'all, we want the proof on the other side of the move, right? If I move, if I relocate, if I make this move, how is it going to turn out? But God trying to tell you, hell, you already made the move spiritually. You just trying to align your body with where your spirit is already taking you, child. That's why you're considering the move. Right? That's why you're considering the relocation or the new job or the relationship, because your spirit man is already there, child. Your body trying to catch up. Grand rising, y'all. 66 viewers. 6 is harmony. Right? You have already harmonized with what this is. What is 666, y'all? I can't see my angel numbers. 666, reflection. 666 is a time of reflection. So what you're doing right now is only reflecting upon what God has already shown you. See, again, when you envision yourself somewhere. So for y'all who have these daydreams, right? And you daydreaming about this new beautiful house, right? Or you're daydreaming about this business that you own, or you're daydreaming about this relationship, or you're daydreaming about this relocation. The reason you're daydreaming about it is, child, because your spirit is already there. Somebody can have sinus drainage today, child. I never have sinus drainage, and all this shit is draining. What is that about, right? Oh, it's a cleansing. Somebody, if your sinuses are draining a lot today, it's a cleansing, right? Blow that shit out. That's what I heard, right? But let me say this, okay? The reason you envision it, the reason you conceptualize it is because you already there. Right now, you have to allow your 3D physical body to line up with where God is already taking you. It's an activated earth. Who is the earth? You.
Many of us.
Right? Many of us. Child, just have to be reminded that this journey is your journey, right? This whole life journey, y'all, we always talk about a journey, but the thing is this, thank you, love. Nobody tells you that this journey, right, is about you. It's about your life. It's about what you want. It's about what you envision to yourself. Y'all, when you're born into this world, thank you, Virginia, nobody tells you that this is your journey. You are born out of your mother's womb. You do what? You journey down through the birth canal, and now you're born into what? The activated earth. You are born into the activated earth, but it's a part of your journey. But most people don't treat life like a journey. We treat life like a burden. Go, Matt. Thank you, guys. Dang, that was quick, y'all, in the first 30 minutes. We got to set a new goal. We got to set a new goal. Thank you. Right? Hey, Danielle. So what you're now beginning to understand about yourself, y'all, as you create the activated earth that you live in, it's a part of your journey. But what is that journey, y'all? It's the soul's journey. See, we come out of the birth canal and we're pure, y'all. We innocent. You just entered the world, right? But as you begin to walk this thing out from birth to about the age of 15 or 16, all of that shit that happens around you, you can't control it. Let's be clear. You're a child. You are a child. I would say 18 to 21, but the way this world lives now, child, folk think they grown at 16. But let's say from the age of birth to 18 to 21, everything you experience in your life is literally, you can't control it. It's a part of your journey, but that's the part that you could not control. So those are the lessons that you have to learn. You can't control that you were touched as a child or molested or worse things happened to you. You could never control that. However, it is a part. It is a part of the circumstances of your life. I'm never going to say it's a part of your destiny because that shit ain't destiny. However, we can't control what other people do. God ain't never write into your destiny that some crazy person was going to be molesting you and touching you. God never wrote that. However, people are people and there are evil, nasty people in this world. That was not a part of your destiny. However, it is a lesson that you were going to have to learn on your own for whatever reason. We can't explain why things happen as children. However, when we begin to come into adulthood, that's when the journey begins, y'all. Because now you have to return to yourself. That's why we call it the journey to self, y'all. When you're born, you're already self, right? But circumstances and things that happen in life create your reality. And now when you become 18, grown, or fucking awakened, right? At whatever age your awakening begins, you become aware, right? That, oh, now I got to take this journey for me. Right now, I have to be the one to take and make these chances and choices to do what? Set myself free from the things that I could not control, y'all. You couldn't control your childhood trauma. You couldn't control the house that you were born into or the circumstances of your life. So now when you become what? Awakened, you are taking the journey, what? Back to yourself. Someone's name could be Lydia, Lisa, Solomon. LS could be somebody's initials. Right now you're having an affair with the moon. What is that? Your subconscious fears. You tiptoeing around those fears. You tiptoeing around them, but you ain't bringing them to the surface. See, an affair is something that's hidden in the background. Your channel song is Affair with the Moon. You're having an affair with the moon, but what does that look like? You're tiptoeing around the subconscious fears that you have. What you're doing now is entering an activated earth. And in this activated earth, it's time for you to begin to bring some things out of the shadow. What does that look like? You got to jump in. Because you are a messenger. It's time for you to jump in because you are a messenger of the Most High, right? It says jump in. That's that Andromedan energy, right? Of adventure. Say yes to change, y'all. We were talking about change. We were talking about relocation. We were talking about taking the journey back to yourself, right? It's time for you to jump in. Why? Because you are a messenger and God is sending you messages. This is the Sirius energy, right? Sirius XM, y'all know what that is, right? That's a channel. Sirius, that Sirius energy is channels, messengers, right? You are a messenger. You bring harmony and balance. But as long as people can keep your mouth closed, you can never activate the earth. Somebody, you're activating the earth around you by the messages that you bring, right? That's your voice. That's what you speak into the people around you. I love that. Uppity bitch say what? I love that name. I love it. I love shit like that. I love it. Girl, that shit is authentic. You don't care what people think when you name yourself something like that. And I love it. That is why we need people who don't care, because you are the ones who are going to activate the earth, child. A name that said uppity bitch something. I love it. I love it, right? Because it's messengers, people who ain't afraid to say what the hell ever. Those, y'all, we, you, she, her, all of us, right? We are the messengers, and you can't be afraid to deliver the message. Your message, y'all, could simply be in your name. Perfectly imperfect 0101, right? Perfectly imperfect 0101. It's in a name. Why? Because I'm perfectly imperfect. I ain't got to be perfect for you. I am perfectly imperfect. Why? Because God loves my imperfections. Why? Because my imperfections make me who I am. It's in a name, y'all. It's in your name. And I love that, because sometimes, y'all, you don't even consider the depth of what your TikTok handle is, child. Let's talk about it, y'all. What's this last card that I didn't flip over? You're not alone. You just gotta let love flow. Your channel song, Londrell, Let Love Flow. See, you're not alone. And see, a lot of times, y'all, we are afraid to speak up and speak out because of the effects of speaking out. Goes back to our message for this morning, y'all, which is about circumcision. I told you that's what God gave me right before the live was circumcision. We are all being circumcised. So when you're being circumcised, guess what? Some stuff does need to be cut away. It's not that you're alone, child. You just being circumcised. Thank you, love, 99 artist. Right? You're just being circumcised. So sometimes stuff got to be cut away to get to the core of who you are. That's what the circumcision process is about. But you're not alone. Right? You have physical connection and community around you. It's just that what God is trying to show you is let's remove some of the layers so that the beauty of who you are can be on full display. That's what I heard, right? So that the beauty of who you are can be on full display. Somebody, the circumcision of your life is just allowing people to see you in full display. We behind, y'all. We should have been at almost 50,000 likes. So I know I'm so engaging. I know I'm engaging, y'all. Y'all love to talk to me because I love to talk to y'all. Shit. But tap the screen, y'all. Tap, tap, tap. Share the live. Let's set a new live goal, y'all. So we're talking about the fact that you're not alone, y'all. It's 7:37. 7 is spirituality. 3 is community, y'all. 3 is community. You got a whole spiritual community right here on TikTok. And you over here thinking you alone. Child, you ain't alone. Let's set the next goal, y'all. All right, I just set the next goal. This is the coral. See, God heard everything that you said, your prayers, right? Your affirmations, your meditations, your confirmation, child, even your evaluations, child. God saw it all, right? But what you did not understand is that in that, God was building you a team. 737, y'all. It's still 7:37. I feel like I've been talking longer than a minute, child, right? That is your spiritual community that is coming in. 3 is about community. 7 is spirituality. You have a community of people, right, coming together with you, right, to support you through all this black girl magic that you experience. And your next channel song is Black Girl Magic. You're not alone. You're a beautiful black woman. And if you ain't black, we just talking about the essence of who you are, right? Everybody ain't black, but all of us got an essence of melanin in us, child. You know you do, okay? You are a messenger. But in knowing and understanding that you are a messenger, guess what? You got to put yourself out. You got to relocate somebody. This is about a move for you. Let's talk about it. What else do we need to know on this beautiful morning, spirit? Somebody, yeah, you're in hermit mode. The number 9, introspection. Someone could be a Virgo, right? You've been an introvert, right? You're an introvert because you've been in this deep meditation in order to see something from a higher perspective. You are a spiritualist. You're very unique, so you spend a lot of time alone soul searching. But now when you begin to I heard the final steps in your ascension. The final steps in your ascension are that it's time for you to come out of isolation. Why? Because now it's time to jump in. You were in hermit mode because you were learning, right? But now you're no longer the student. You are the teacher. So now you have to make a decision. Why? Because you got divine assistance. See, the divine is already here to assist you. So now you can be okay with jumping in, child. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Y'all, don't let these people inbox and scam y'all, because one of those scammers are on here that has my profile. And when they see y'all on my live, then they start inboxing y'all. So please do not be scammed. I don't miss nothing. Every time they get on, they be like, damn, do she see us all the time? Of course I do, because I'm a real spiritualist. Somebody, you got divine assistance. Right? You have divine assistance. So what does that mean? There are supernatural forces or entities. Your ancestors are here. You have angelic help, which is working towards your goal. So now you don't have to stay locked up. You don't have to stay alone. Now it's time for you to get out and share the gift of who you are. Why? Because you are a gift. Right? You are a gift. Sometimes God is protecting us, and that's why we have to kind of stay in the background, because at that point we are the student, right? At that point we are learning. We are sitting before God and we're learning what it is that we need to learn about our journey. But as you have learned, now you got to step out. Somebody, you're coming out of hermit mode. Why? Because there's a lot of good fortune. See, after the hermit comes the wheel of fortune, which means karma and destiny, but you can't get to that until you begin to come out. Y'all, Mars energy, there's a lot of passion. See, we talked about it yesterday, y'all. All planets have come direct, right? This is the first time all planets have been direct in, I think, 60 years or something. Yesterday was the Venus-Mars merger, right? Venus and Saturn. I'm sorry, Venus and Saturn, right? Merged yesterday on the 28th. There is planets. Planet is about action. Sometimes you have to take action for your desires. Whatever it is that you desire, you still have to take action, child. It ain't gonna fall in your lap. Somebody, this is about your divine assignment. Your channel song is divine assignment. See, you have a divine assignment. The thing is, you're afraid to carry out the assignment because you feel like you need a tutor. Child, you got a tutor. I told you, you got divine assistance. I'm confused. I just told you. You have divine assistance. So now what's your excuse is what I heard God say. Right now, what's your excuse? If I'm telling you to move and I'm telling you to relocate, or I'm telling you to go to this job, or I'm telling you to take a chance on this person, whatever God is telling you, why are you second guessing God when God had already told you I'm here? You have divine assistance, right? So if you know you got divine assistance, then you have to exert the physical energy to move towards your desires. I have Aries and Scorpio energy, Mars energy. It's moving you towards your passions, but you got to jump in. You got to jump in. This is about you. Yeah, Uranus, Aquarius energy as well. See, this is about change. But y'all, sometimes this change comes with a little rebellion. And most folks don't want to rebel, child. Some folks just don't want to rebel. Y'all a little afraid to rebel. I'm never afraid to rebel, child. Child, I'm a whole rebel. Okay, I'm a whole rebel. Grand rising. Why? Because I done been circumcised, child. My shit done been cut back, peeled back, unfolded. Here you go. You, I, and me is she in all her glory. When you are circumcised, child, when the layers get cut back and God show up and show you and others who you are, oh, you ain't scared, right? That is the change that you welcome in your life. Somebody, you just a little rebellious. That's what they tell you. You was just a little rebellious. Yeah, you were born that way, because that shit ain't never made sense to you. So somebody got to stand up and rebel, because I'm confused. If we all going to be foolish, then we all going to be fools, right? So sometimes you got to stand up and rebel, child. Grand Rising Kim is your child. So that's for everybody whose parents used to say, you was just rebellious. Child, you weren't rebellious. That shit they told you ain't make no sense. And you was the only one that would question it. And they ain't like that, child. They don't like us, y'all, when y'all begin to question stuff. They don't like it. Why? Because then they want to call you rebellious. But if it don't make sense, it don't make sense. And for somebody, you was a child and that shit ain't make sense. 744. It never made sense. It never made sense. But then they would call you rebellious because they couldn't just tell you shit and you just say, okay. Even me, y'all, let me tell y'all something. I wasn't a rebellious child because that just wasn't my nature, but that shit ain't make sense. So what would I say? Okay, and go in my room and be like, that shit don't make no sense. Y'all, we got the hermit out here twice. The hermit is out here twice. See, this is the introspection. See, that's when you will go into your room and have a talk with God yourself and say, God, now I know what they just said, child, but that shit don't make no sense. And then you come out your room talking about, but why da-da-da-da-da? And now you done pissed them off again because they like, oh, here she go again. Oh, here he go again with them damn questions. Yeah, you annoy people with questions when they don't have answers. That's what I heard. See, you bring justice. See, you are a bringer of justice. Thank you for the follow. You are a bringer of justice. The number 11 could be significant. That's that Libra energy of balance. See, you are the bringer of justice. But what happens is everybody ain't ready for your justice. They ain't, y'all. They ain't. Right? So when you over here bringing justice and you speaking shit that makes sense to people, child, people be like, well, why you gotta ask these questions? Why everything gotta be? Because if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Right? Right? Because if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. 1 and 1 is always gonna be 2. If the math ain't mathing, then I'm gonna need you to explain to me why the math ain't mathing. And y'all know some of that shit they told us growing up ain't never math. It ain't never math, child. Amber, it ain't never math, okay? But you were the one who began to question it, right? You went through the circumcision early. See, you ain't had no problem pulling back the layers. However, folk wasn't ready for that, y'all. They weren't ready for you. And that's why you were in this solitude, because you have this inner truth and this wisdom. You like to discover things, right? This is for a king. This is for a young man. You used to take apart all your damn toys. Take that shit completely apart just to turn around and rebuild it. Why? Because you were curious as to how something worked. You were curious as to how this thing worked. So your mama used to get mad at you for tearing up your toys. It's not that you was tearing them up, child. You was just trying to figure out how it works, and then you wanted to recreate it and put it back together again. That's a message for somebody. What they did not know is that you were supposed to be an electrical engineer, is what I'm hearing. But nobody cultivated that inside of you. They just told you was tearing shit up and that you couldn't even put it back together again. Nobody cultivated and said, oh, maybe this person is supposed to be a doctor because they want to see how it works. Somebody, you were supposed to be a heart surgeon. I'm seeing a heart pump. You supposed to be a heart surgeon, and you were always curious as to how the heart works, the vessels, what causes this and what causes that. But people do not develop those skills in others because they just say, oh, that's just somebody that's dreaming, child. That's a message for somebody. 10 of Wands. You've had to carry a lot of burden. Sagittarius energy. A lot of hard work, a lot of effort, a lot of sacrifice. Sometimes you wanted to walk away because you were over it. You felt like everything was just too much. You wondered why your life was so burdened, but you had this internal knowing. Why? Because you, the high priestess, Cancer, Taurus energy, right? You have this inner knowing about yourself, and you always knew. So even though your life seemed to be burdened, you also knew that it was going to be a part of your transformation. We got Pluto energy, Scorpio, transformation, death, rebirth, regeneration. See, there were deep changes that were meant to take place within you. It was always part of your subconscious. That's why you carry so many burdens. That's why life was so hard. That's why you felt like your life was consistent or constant fires, child. I got to put this fire out. As soon as I overcome this fire, damn, something done popped up over here. Now I got to go over here and I got to put that out. Wow, damn, now something done popped up over here. Somebody, you have a desire to be a fireman. That was something that you always desired, but somewhere along the line, shit happens in your life and you couldn't even do what you desired the most. See, you putting out the fires of your life, but I hear that you had a plan for your life, but when life began to happen, you lost track of your goal because you just had to get by. Yeah, crown chakras. You have a connection to spirit though. Crown chakra. Somebody, what you're experiencing right now is a part of your crown chakra awakening. Somebody, you're reconnecting to spirit through enlightenment and consciousness. Y'all, somebody's getting married, child. My best friend is texting me. My phone is blowing up, child, talking about we just got married. Holy shit. Oh, y'all, I forgot to cut my phone on D&D, and I looked up, and my best friend picture popping up, talking about we did it. We got married. Oh, my God. Okay, let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Somebody, you get married. That's just a side message. That's just a side message. Even if you go to the courthouse, because they have a wedding plan, but I know they must have went to the courthouse because I'm her best friend, so shit. I'm of course in the wedding. So clearly they went to the courthouse. Somebody, maybe it's just time to go to the courthouse if that's what you want, right? Like maybe you saving for this wedding and it's fine because I know they get married on the beach sometime. I think we said in June, right? But you know, they wanted to do it now. Why? Because your message, your song is received. Somebody, you could be in Florida. FLA or FIA could be somebody's name, right? FIA, right? But you are in receiving mode, right? It's just your time. So even if it doesn't look like what you want, it doesn't mean you can't do it. Go to the courthouse, child, and have a wedding later. That's just a message for somebody. Go to the courthouse, child. Yeah, 8 of Cups. Somebody, it's time for you to change. You have a desire for more, but in order for you to get to the more, you got to walk away from the less is what I heard. And it's time to do it in silence. You don't owe anybody an explanation. That's a message for somebody. Somebody, it's time. You are in receiving mode, right? That's your channel song. Receive. You are in receiving mode. But if you in relationships with people, right, whether that's family or love, and they are not allowing you to do what receive, then it's time for you to walk away, but you're doing it in silence. Someone's name could be Jorge or George. Don't talk unless you can improve the silence, right? It's time for you to do it in silence. You ain't got to tell everybody what you're doing. It's time to walk away, though. It's time to withdraw your energy. It's trying to let go. Why? Because God is calling you to travel. And whether that's physical travel or spiritual travel, all it is you moving forward in whatever this is that God is calling you towards. But you got to walk away from something else first, and you're to do it in silence. Let me tell you something, guys. You don't have to tell people you done. You show them you're done. This is a message for somebody, right? Because the reason we want to sit down and have conversations with people about why we are done is because we hope secretly that they convince us to stay. That's a message for somebody. The reason you want to have a conversation with somebody about why you are done or why you are walking away is because you secretly hoping that they convince you to stay. When you done, you done. You ain't got to have no conversations because you don't want nobody to convince you of nothing. You just walk the hell away. So now somebody, you done. And it's time to walk away and you don't owe nobody no conversation. Who is that? Talking about every time. Yeah, you done. You walking away and this time you doing it in silence. Why? Because God has told you to. Hierophant, because you want something better for yourself. The Hierophant is a teacher. The Hierophant is elevated, right? The Hierophant is a spiritual, balanced person. Shared beliefs, guidance, mentorship. See, as you begin to sit with God and God begins to commune with you, thank you. Thank you. Oh, y'all help me meet the next goal. I set the new goal as the coral leaf things, I think, right? This is about you challenging tradition as well, though. Somebody, you're challenging tradition with your connection to source. See, I got the crown chakra to the Hierophant with the 8 of Cups. You're walking away from anything that don't sit right with you. You rebelling. We talked about it. That's a part of the circumcision. Thank you, love. See, that's beautiful. The coral leaves. Thank you. Thank you, love. See, you are now beginning to understand that as you are challenging, right, religion. Why? Because high vibrations is your song. Someone's name could be Virginia, Valentina, Valentine, Vanessa. You're grateful for the blessings of your life. See, you got this high vibration going on, child. And with this high vibration, what you're doing is truly connecting yourself to source, which means you got to walk away from anything. Yeah. Friendships, groups, socials. This has to do with your 11th house. Your 11th house is a house of friendship, social groups, aspirations. See, you're walking towards your aspirations. And if that means you got to walk away from anything that is counterproductive to what you aspire in your life or who you aspire to be, you got to walk away from it. Why? Because you're being challenged. You're being challenged. See, the Hierophant is about your commitment. Somebody, your commitment to God is being challenged. The Hierophant to the crown chakra. Your commitment to God is being challenged by what you are willing to do what? Walk away from. 8 of Cups. What are you willing to walk away from? Right? Somebody, you got to be willing to walk away from it. Why? Because divine going to come in and intervene anyway. Divine intervention. Why? Because that clock is there. See, when the time is ticking, y'all, oh, welcome to the live. If y'all knew, I am the Lady Empath 1111. Y'all, I don't read cards. Cards read me. I read energy. That's why I say it, and then the card comes out, because it's my energy, which is y'all energy. Why? Because I read energy. I don't read cards. The cards read me. Divine intervention is always here. Why? Because you had divine assistance. So when the divine is assisting you in whatever it is that you doing for yourself, even if you feel like you ain't going to do it, even if you thought you was going to go the other way, no, the divine going to come in and intervene anyway. Because time is ticking, and time waits for no man, and God ain't got time to be fooling with you. God gave you time to do it, and you wouldn't do it. So sometimes God got to step in. Divine intervention is here. A higher power is stepping in to help you and your path, right? This is ancestral help, angelic help. Why? Because you're being called. You're being called to circumcision. You're being called to peel back the layers, child. You're being called to peel back the layers. And sometimes you need help, child. God got the scalpel in one hand. What you got in the other is what I heard. If God got the scalpel in one hand, what you got in the other? Somebody, Knight of Pentacles, it's about your ability to plan. Right? See, if you're experiencing this stagnant energy in your life, it's about you. God is trying to teach somebody a lesson. What's the Knight of Pentacles? See, there's something that you're working towards, but it's been slow-moving energy. Corinthians 13:7. Oh, this is about love for somebody. Yeah, this is about love for somebody. Your channel song, You Are My Sunshine. You feel like love is moving very slow in your life. You feel like there's been this stagnant energy and you're trying to be patient, right? But you feel like something is slow moving when it comes to love. Oh, but let me tell you about love. Corinthians 13:7. Let me tell you about love. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. You feel like your love life is stagnant. You feel like things are not moving forward. But what you forgot is this. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. Sometimes you're being called to be patient because there's still circumcision taking place in you. Right? Because this is your journey. I done told y'all. The fool is here, right? The fool journey. What are we talking about? Your journey. The circumcision of who you are, right? Your awakening is about you. It's never about somebody else. So the reason your relationship or your love is moving slowly is because it's not about the other person. It's about you. And see, sometimes, y'all, we get into relationships with people and the first thing we do, y'all, is what? You forget about you. right? You get into relationships or friendships with people or new jobs and you forget about you, y'all. It was 7:57. I just looked, it hit 7:58. 7:575 is change. 7 is spirituality. There is a spiritual change that's taking place in you, but it starts with you. The Fool. It's the Fool's journey, y'all. That's what the whole tarot is about, the Fool's journey. The Fool's journey is your journey, your awakening. We keep talking about my movie, y'all, Sinners, right? The Sinners is a fool's journey. It's about the journey to self. It's about the journey to developing your spiritual gifts and claiming them and keeping them and not allowing others to squander your gift. Who is the gift? You are the gift. You are the gift. Right? And you have a gift within you. So this journey is about you. And see, a lot of times we want love and God makes sure that things move slowly. Why? So that you can be built up first. Yeah, that's wisdom. That's wisdom. That's wisdom. See, you have lessons that you need to learn. You are leveling up yourself. You are receiving divine downloads. You are gaining wisdom through experience. But as soon as you attach yourself to a relationship with somebody, you forget about you, child. You forget about what you are learning and what you are being taught and what God is trying to show you, because then you make it all about this new person that's in your life. So sometimes God has to keep us in this place of either not being in a relationship or being separate from our person or just feeling that distance in order for us to appreciate the journey of self. The journey to loving yourself. The journey to valuing yourself. The journey to finally, is what I heard, finally showing up for yourself. Why? Because a lot of times, child, you ain't never show up for yourself. You just didn't. You just didn't. You didn't know how to show up for yourself because nobody taught you how to show up for you. Nobody said, girl, go value yourself. Nobody said, go king, go do some shit to make you happy. Nobody said that. If you were a king, all they could is told you to work hard, build a stable foundation, and take care of your woman and children, right? Nobody said take care of yourself first, king, because if you're not happy, your woman and your children ain't happy either, right? Nobody told you, queen, to take care of yourself, right? They just said change diapers, take care of your man and your children. Nobody said, but if mama ain't happy, guess what? Ain't nobody happy, okay? Nobody told you that. So now you're having to relearn that this journey is about you. Thank you, Sammy. Thank you, Sammy. You're having to learn. Why? How are you learning it? Through grounding. Elephants could be significant. Someone could have an attachment to elephants. Somebody could be a Delta. Right? Somebody can have an attachment to elephants. Grounding. What is taking place right now? Oh, your channel song is Heart Full of Love by Cleo Soul. It's 8 o'clock. Now it's 8:01. Heart full of love. 8 is the number of manifestation. 1 is new beginnings. See, you're manifesting a new beginning for yourself, but you needed to ground yourself first. It says you're being asked to ground yourself. You've been spending too much time in your head, and it's time to pay attention to your body and to the earth. Go outside and plant your feet on the ground and enjoy the centering feeling this brings. Somebody, it's just time for you to ground yourself. Why? Because you have a heart full of love, child. And when you love like we love, as my Love and Light Collective, we love everybody. We love people we shouldn't love. We love people that dog us, that hurt us, that treat us like shit. Why? Because we just have a heart full of love. God made us that way, y'all. We are empaths. We are very empathetic to others. But sometimes you will give so much of yourself that now you become ungrounded. Somebody, you just got to reground yourself because you've given to others. And now you are on weak foundation. I'm seeing somebody's foundation with a big crack. Like I'm seeing a ground and a big crack. It's like your foundation has a crack in it. Thank you, Spirit. Your foundation has a crack in it. So now you need to find something to laugh about. Because you need nothing but peace. A moment of happiness can last forever. Thank you for sending me an angel straight from heaven. You're welcome. Self-love. This is about self-love. It says you are worthy and deserving of all the abundance in the universe. Treat yourself with the love and respect you desire, right? And others will follow. See, you want people to treat you with love and respect. That is your heart's desire. But guess what? It starts with you first. You have to treat yourself with love and respect. Thank you, Erica. Right? In order for others, it starts with you first. See, I see a river flowing. It's like a waterfall. That is that heart full of love. Your love is like a waterfall. It's everlasting love of energy that flows through you. Oh, but sometimes you have to be poured into as well. You have to allow others to pour into you. And guess what? If you don't have anybody around you that pours into you, then I need you to find a new circle. I need you to pray to God to say, hey, can you send me in my soul tribe? Those who are going to appreciate me, those who are going to love me. Y'all, it works. I told y'all not even a year ago, I was sitting in my backyard. I think the king was working, right? Make sure you guys help me meet my goal. Tap the live, share it, right? Comment. I love the comments, right? And then help me meet my goal. But it was maybe a year ago, y'all. And I have a beautiful home. I got beautiful kids. I don't lack for anything. Let me say that. I don't lack for shit. But I was in this mood where I just felt like I was just lonely. I was like, damn, ain't nobody here. I'm sitting in my backyard with my feet in my damn pool. Like, damn, I just feel so like lonely and bored and shit. And God had to check me and say, well, then what do you need? And I said, well, you know what, God? Because I stopped hanging out with a lot of old friends because I don't resonate with them anymore. It just is. And people aren't bad people. Let's be clear. People ain't bad people. You just elevate and you grow. And I'm an empath, y'all. So anybody that know me knows that I can't be around a lot of damn people all the time. I can't have you talking to me every day about dumb shit. That shit infiltrates my energy. So I keep myself by myself a lot. However, there are times where I do want to be around people, but I didn't want to be around them old people because all they gonna do is dump all they shit on me, and I get tired of hearing about they shit. Right? I work with people all day long. I don't want to be around my soul tribe, and now y'all asking me to pull cards and read energy too. Who the fuck got time for that? So I sat in my backyard one day. This is a message. Because y'all know when I go off into these stories, it's because God telling me somebody needs to hear it. So I said, you know what, God, I don't resonate with a lot of the old people that I used to hang out with. They are not bad people. Let's be clear. I just changed. They didn't. I don't care if they change or not. It ain't about they change. It's about me. I changed. I no longer wanted to be around people who in dumb shit. It just does dumb. Whatever. Okay. No tea, no shade. I don't judge. That's your shit. However, I didn't want to be around that shit. So I just started staying by myself, right? And then I said one day I was sitting out back with my feet in the pool, and I said, God, I need you to send my soul tribe. Because you know the king over there working, he building shit for our kingdom, right? For our stability, for our legacy, right? Let's talk about it. So the king got to work. The king got business to run. King got shit going on. So the king can't come sit with me every damn weekend. So I'm like, well, God, you about to send in my soul tribe, okay? Because if the king is working and the king is busy building our legacy, I'm tired of sitting here by myself. And not even 6 months after that, I randomly met two of my besties now. They right up the street. Right, I walked into their shop, which used to be my shop. I had a nail salon up there. I closed the nail salon, and two wonderful melanin women took it over. And I walked in one day just to meet them, and we have been inseparable. That's Natasha and Jen, and my girls, right? And my cousin. I got a small circle, y'all. I got besties that I've been best friends with since high school. Miss Siobhan be on here. Her ass must be sleeping in this morning. Matter of fact, I think her and Jackie both sick. Now they both got colds. But I say that to say, you may not have a huge circle of people, y'all. Come on, let's be clear. If you are an empath, right, you're sensitive to energy, you ain't gonna have a bunch of damn people around you, but God will send you a few chosen ones, right, who will always be there. My best friend, we've been friends since middle school. That's the one that just texted me and said she got married. Y'all, it was 5 years. We might not speak. It might be 2 years. We ain't talk every day over the years, child. That's a 40-year friendship, child. Okay, that's like a 35-year friendship, right? So we didn't talk every day. That don't mean she's not my best friend. That means we are mature and we are grown women who have lives. We've gotten married, divorced, kids, and all of that. That does not make you, you still have people, y'all. Anything I need, I can pick up the phone at any time and call her, right? Anything she needs, she can pick up the phone and call me. But we can go 3-4 years without talking to each other. That's real friendship. That's real friendship. Thank you. That's genuine friendship. See, people these days, if you don't talk to their ass for 6 months, they think something wrong. Ain't shit wrong. Child, that's enabling. I told y'all, the cards read me. That's funny as shit. That's enabling. See, people got these friendships where you enable them. So now you got to sit on the phone every day and listen to all the shit that's going on with them. Now you got to counsel them all damn day long. But as soon as you talk about you, they got to go. Oh, girl, I got to go. Oh, I see this. Oh, okay, you want me to enable you and your shit, but you can't be here for me? That's a message for somebody. Watch those one-sided friendships because you're enabling people. Thank you, love. Thank you, love. You enabling people. Help me meet the goal, y'all. We halfway there. We are halfway there. It's 8:08, y'all. 8:08. I told y'all 8 is manifestation. 0, infinite, right? Infinite manifestation abilities when you realize and stop enabling people. See, you can have whatever it is that you desire, but if you enabling people, guess what they gonna do? Take whatever you're working hard for. This is about a friend, y'all. It says there is someone you've been helping, or are you? In reality, you may be enabling them to continue in negative patterns and never take full responsibility for themselves. Step back and let things play out. See, when you hang around people and you know the shit they into is toxic, low vibrational, and does not sit well with you, yet you continue to hang around them and you say that you're high vibrational, what do? Enable them. You enable them because you support them. Shit, you hanging around them. Even if you ain't aiding them in it, the fact that you show up and you still hang around people that you know are doing low vibrational toxic shit means that you are enabling the behavior. I'm not going to talk to grown people about their behavior. Let's be clear, and you don't have to either. I'm not going to talk to grown people about their behavior. I'm just going to back the hell away. I ain't got time for that shit. I'm not going to talk to you about it. That's why I say silence, y'all. All the messages always stay in the topic. They all stay in the topic, right? Silence. Sometimes silence is golden. You ain't got to enable people in their shit, but you also don't have to promote it. There is a difference, right? Promoting it is by you staying around them knowing they're doing toxic shit. If you got a girlfriend or a boyfriend who are married, right, or in a committed relationship, and you know they cheating on their person and your ass is hanging out with them like that shit is cool, no, it's not cool. Right? I'm not going to enable your shit. I ain't finna talk to you about it because you a grown woman or you are a grown man, right? But I'm not finna hang around with you and act like that shit is okay. It's not okay. Right? It's not okay. So somebody, you enabling a friend around you. You are. And it's time for you to stop. Wow. Dependence. See, we hang around people. Boom. Who is that, Erica? Boom. Dependence. See, you are dependent on these people. Right? So you don't want to ruffle no feathers is what I heard. So that's codependency, right? Because clearly you enabling them because you don't, it's like you afraid if you say something, y'all ain't going to be friends no more, right? Or if you say something to these people in your family, y'all, you going to piss them off. I don't care. You on my channel. We clearly don't care about pissing people off over here. Clearly we don't. Right, Erica? Clearly. Robin, clearly we don't care about pissing people off. Kim, clearly we don't care, right? So that is what this dependence is. Look, it says there is something or someone you are clinging to and is keeping you from stepping into your light. I done told y'all I don't read the cards read me. We just talked about it, y'all. It is someone or something. That is that enabling energy, right? It is somebody. It's your job, okay? Because it can, y'all, it's jobs, it's people, it's friendships, it's relationships, right? It's all of that. So the card says there is something or someone you are clinging to and is keeping you from stepping into your light. You have everything you need to succeed, and the only approval you need is your own. Come on, y'all. The only approval you need is your own. I told y'all the reason we are dependent upon other people is because we seek a level of approval from those people. But you don't need anybody else's approval, child. You only need your approval. You think I went and consulted people before I started my tarot channel? I don't give a fuck about what people say. I'm not consulting you and God tell me to do what God told me to do. I don't have to consult nobody. Why? Because the ultimate consultation is between you and God. Somebody, you juggling. And you got to make the decision. 2 of Pentacles. You juggling something. This is balance. That's the yin yang, right? Hey, Dina girl, where you been? Right? That is the balance, right? Yin yang energy, 2 of Pentacles. Somebody, you're juggling, right? You're juggling. You have to make some type of decision about what it is that you want for yourself. Are you going to be dependent or independent? That's what I'm hearing. Someone's initials could be J, G. Heaven is not reached by a single bound, but we build the ladder by which we rise. We build the ladder by which we rise. Somebody, you building the ladder, but you still got to walk up that shit. I'm confused. I see somebody who got this big old ladder, and I see you leaning the ladder up against like a light pole. You done took the ladder. The ladder was heavy. The ladder was big, right? You moved this big ass ladder, and now you laid it up against wherever you're trying to go. But your ass still got to walk up the ladder. Grand Rising. Grand Rising, love. Right? Let's get to the 100,000, y'all. Let's get to 100,000. Y'all better listen to my moderators, child. Tap the screen and share the live, y'all. I am the Lady Empath 1111. If you are new to the live, welcome. Thank you, everyone, for who has followed. If you have not followed, go on and hit that little button up the top that say follow, right? This is energetic transfer, child. I'm not a tarot card reader. I read energy. The cards read me. The messages come through God, source. There's only one. I don't believe in nothing crazy. I believe in one God, one spirit, one power, unity. Now, what it looks like is up to you. I don't care what God looks like. It could be goddess. Why? Because we are goddess. It could be God. It could be Mother Gaia, the universe, the trees, the ocean, the stars, Orisha, right? Everyone, whatever it is that you identify, is still one overall God, child. 222. Oh, is that 232, child? I think that's 232. All right, 232 people, y'all. Make sure you guys are tapping the screen. Why? That's a sign of energetic transfer. And that's why you are getting messages that pertain to you, because we are exchanging energy. Help me meet my goal, y'all. We are halfway there. That's that little coral reef thing y'all see up there. So make sure you guys send the gifts. We're finna keep going, y'all. Y'all got me for about another 45 minutes or so. I'll be hopping off around 9 a.m. So we just talking about it, y'all. The overall topic today is circumcision. Somebody, God is cutting some stuff away. So let's talk about it. Let's clear this the energy, y'all. So let's tap the screen. What does that mean when I say clear the energy? We finna get into the next general set, right? So getting into the next general set, if you just hopped in, then let's tap the screen and set the intention that you want a message from God, right? We're talking about circumcision, right? Sometimes you got to God has to cut people away out of your life, right? To peel back and show or reveal your true identity. Somebody, you're being circumcised at this time. So the people that are falling away from you, they ain't really falling away. God is cutting them out of your life. Why? So that you can show up in full bloom. So that you can show up in full bloom. See, this is your journey. This is your journey. This is your journey. Sunday evening is the next channel song by Joel or JL. JL, someone's name could be Joel or JL. Initials could be JL, right? Sunday evening could have been very significant, or this Sunday may be very significant to somebody. This past Sunday, y'all, was the new moon. So when I look at Sunday evening, right, that was the new moon, right? So now you have to understand what God is wanting to show you, right? Let's see. So there's something that's being cut away. What's hurtful, Ashley? Grand Rising, Mel. All right, y'all, let's get into the next general set. Make sure y'all have Florida water, child. Clear the energy. Florida water, Palo Santo. Ooh. All right, I'm rolling over my jumper. You in your head, Nani? Let's talk about it, love. I'm so in my head this morning, but why? Let's talk about it. Hurt is a state of mind, love. Hurt is a state of mind. Nothing physically hurts you. Hurt is a state of mind. Hurt is a state of mind. Give me a message. What is being circumcised out of the life of the collective? Because that's all that is. Woo! This is your message, love, who keep dropping something about hurt. Hurt is a state of mind, child. You just being circumcised right now. See, it's painful, child. That's why they do it for little boys as babies, so that they don't remember the pain. At least that's what I heard. Like, I heard, because I'm not a man, right? But let me know if my nurses, I know Dina is a nurse, anybody else, I heard that circumcision is really painful for the babies, and that's why they do it as a baby. I've heard that as a grown man, your ass don't want to be circumcised. So whatever this hurt is that you're experiencing is just a part of your circumcision. But if you keep sitting in the hurt, it's only gonna hurt longer. So every time you drop on the screen how hurt you are, guess what? You hurt, and you gonna keep being hurt. So now it's time for you to change what you are speaking. It's only a circumcision. It only hurts because you're concentrating on the pain, is what I heard. When you concentrate on the pain, it's always gonna hurt. So now what we gonna do to stop the hurting? If your ass is bleeding, are you gonna bleed out, or are you gonna stop it? Let's talk about it, right? If you are cut, right? If you are cut, come on, adversity. Come on, adversity. If you are cut and your ass is bleeding out, ain't you gonna get something to stop the bleeding? So if you hurt, what you gonna do to stop your hurting? Somebody, you got to accept the challenges are the best way to learn. See, what you're experiencing right now is a little bit of adversity, right? But let me tell you something. Me and the king like to lift weights. His ass be in the gym, and I'm like, babe, how much is you lifting? And he like 336, some shit. He sent back. I'm like, damn. Well, guess what? You need the adversity. You need the weight. You need that. Why? It builds muscle. Your ass can't be lifting nothing that don't weigh nothing, right? You need that to build muscle. Somebody, the adversity that you're going through right now is to build muscle. But if you sit there and keep talking about how hurt you are, then guess what? Your ass is just gonna be hurt. As a man speaketh, so is he. Right? Resistance. Right? But as you are building, right, the resistance may be a little painful. Your ass might be a little sore. You better go get some creatine. What is that stuff called? That stuff, the after workout. You better get you some pre-workout and after workout. What is that, God? So go and take you some pre-workout and some after workout, which is a good dose of God, so that all of this hurting can stop, so that you can overcome. Somebody, what you're experiencing is just a little heart chakra awakening. Your channel song, heart chakra. Inhale, exhale, because all you doing, that's the word, yeah, right? You're somebody, you just experiencing a heart chakra awakening though, right? Breathe in, breathe out, because you're experiencing a heart chakra awakening through the adversity that you've had to experience in life. But if you keep sitting there, look, you got to be honest with yourself. Honesty, right? You got to be honest with yourself. It says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Somebody, whatever the situation is that you in, and you talking about you hurting and you hurting and you hurting, and guess what? You already knew that shit. I'm confused. You just need to be honest with yourself about why you hurting. Right? You need to be honest with yourself about why you allowed this situation to take place. Like, why did you stay in something that God told you to get out of a long time ago, is what I'm hearing. So now somebody, you over here mad about the adversities when you're being called to graduate and level up. Somebody, this is a part of your graduation, and it is definitely about love. Definitely about love. All of this adversity, God said you got to be honest with yourself, because it starts with self-love and wholeness first. You're being called to level up. There were lessons that this relationship was supposed to teach you. You are being called to level up. Someone may actually be graduating soon. I see a cap and gown, right? But you're feeling trapped by the circumstances, right? You feel like you have no option because you have unforgiveness in your heart. And it ain't even got to do with unforgiveness of this person that broke your heart. It's the unforgiveness of yourself. You need to forgive yourself because you knew that person wasn't about shit, wasn't going to be shit, and never was going to be shit. Yet you stayed with them, and now you mad about the adversity. Let's talk about it. You have to begin to feel elevated and build the friendships around you that support you in being honest with yourself. See, the thing about the people around me, they know damn well if they come around me, I'm going to be honest. Yet they might not like what I'm going to say. That's why it's very few people come around me, because I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to be rude. I'm not going to be mean, because that's just not in me, but I will be honest, right? So you have to understand, everybody don't like your honesty, but sometimes you got to be honest with yourself first. You got to be honest with yourself first. Somebody, you need to go talk to somebody. You need to go talk about it. Yeah, because right now it's overindulgence and your emotions are all over the place about somebody else. It's about the adversity of love that you face with this person. And now you over here, you can't even, it's obsessive. It's getting to the point where all you do is obsess about it. And see, you're supposed to be an empress energy. See, the empress is graceful. The empress is giving birth, right? To 2, 3, 4, child, giving birth, elevating, moving forward, right? That's what that's about. But you can't be in your empress energy if you over here obsessing over somebody else. Right? You can't obsess over, oh, well, what this person doing and this person hurt me and all of that stuff. You feeling trapped in something that God was supposed to teach you how to level up. It was a lesson. Above and beyond. Janae Aiko. Above and beyond. See, you were meant to go above and beyond the circumstances and situations of your life, but you over here letting something that was supposed to be temporary make you feel trapped. You over here, it was supposed to be a temporary situation, and now you over here talking about you trapped. I'm confused. Why do you feel trapped? All you got to do is walk the hell away. That's a message for somebody. You're being called to walk away from something in your life because of the adversity. And you over here hurting because you escaping. Wow, running. You're escaping what God is trying to show you, and it's a part of your circumcision. It's a part of your circumcision. Things have to be cut away. Excess skin, child. Stuff that it ain't no need for. Child, there's no need for it. It's just there. Sometimes you have to stop running, escaping. Somebody, you're in denial. What is this denial? You're in denial. What is this denial? Yeah, of who you need to cut ties from. I don't fucking make it up. I done told y'all these cards read me. My God. Cutting ties. I just told y'all that. You got to cut ties with somebody, but you're running because you don't want to cut the ties. You got to stand up for yourself because this is a part of your awakening. God is trying to free you from something. God is trying to free you from something. And you won't. It's like you over here hurt by the adversity, but you holding on to it. And it's painful, but you won't let it go. Oh my God, if that ain't toxic, I'll tell you. If that ain't toxic, I'll tell you. You don't know how to set boundaries. Somebody, this is a divorce. This is a divorce or a separation. I got distance. Divorce, separation. Divorce, separation, ghosted, right? Because somebody is whole disrespectful in your life and you need to set boundaries, right? You need to set boundaries. You the empress, but you don't have boundaries with people. And now you letting somebody disrespect you. You have to understand when enough is enough. You have to understand when enough is enough. And that's something going on. 111 likes. 111 likes. 111,000 likes. Right? Something is coming into alignment with you. It's your intuition though. And God is telling you right that you have to separate and cut ties. Right? Come on, child. That's your sign to draft those papers. Well, go and draft it, child. Yeah. Go and draft it because this right here is about boundaries. Somebody, this is shattered. It's over. It's control. It's sabotage. And it's nothing more than lust. Come on. Lust at the bottom of the deck. These are at the bottom of the deck. It's nothing more than lust. But this is about controlling, sabotaging, broken dreams, failure. Right? But you have to let it go. Wow. Unexpected storm and death card at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, somebody, it's damn show time to walk away. Like, I can't get more child, I can't even get it out. I can't get any more confirmation than this. So whoever this message for, it's time to end something. Y'all, the shit say today. Today. Why? Because you got good vibes. You living in the moment and you have a soulmate out here and you holding on to something, right? I got soulmate today, right? What does this mean? Twin flame, friendship, romantic partner. You have something that's better for you, but you can't get to it without cutting out whatever this is that you're dealing with from the past. And a lot of this has to do with lust only. right? It's the lustful energy of not wanting to be alone or not getting your physical, intimate needs met. But let me tell you, you ain't getting that shit met no way. When it's time to walk away from somebody, you ain't even want to be with them. You ain't having sex. You don't want that person to even touch you. So I'm confused as to why you staying. Somebody, you got to let something go. There's a lot of conflict. I got the Five of Swords energy. There's a lot of manipulation in this situation. Sideways, Cleo soul. It's only happy tears rolling from my eyes. I've made enough mistakes, but you're on my side. I guess we found love. See, somebody, you're going to meet somebody or you're already with somebody. Thank you, Virginia. You're going to meet somebody or you're already with somebody after this has taken place. For some of y'all, you need to walk away so that you can have this. For somebody, this is about a past relationship that you've overcome. But there was a pattern of manipulation between you and this person. You could have even have nightmares or still have nightmares about this situation. It's 828, 828. See, when you begin to balance your life, that's when you manifest what it is that you desire the most. But somebody, you had to let something in. It says, y'all, the relationship is over. No second chances. It's time for you to grow and transform. What's dead is dead. Because as soon as you do that today, then we got soulmate. See, a lot of times you want what you want. Wow, love call, expressing love, right? Wow, Ace of Air, mental clarity. All of this is at the bottom, y'all. See, it's not until you gain mental clarity on your own or for yourself, right, that then you can have exactly what it is that you desire in love. For somebody, this is definitely about love, but you're leveling up. Like God is elevating you. It's time for you to graduate, child. It's time for you to graduate. You can't be in these same life situations and circumstances that you found yourself in before. It's just graduation day. Child James, that's what I'm talking about. She not my soulmate. I'm already married to mine. There you go. Love it. Love it. Because folks will try to trap you. And as soon as you do what God tells you to do, I promise you, y'all, I promise you, it won't even take long, y'all. I don't tell you what I heard. I tell you what I know. As soon as you let go of the fake, the phony, and the false, it makes room for the real, and that shit happens damn near immediately. I'm talking about as soon as you make up in your mind that this shit right here ain't for me. This cannot be what God has for me, okay? As soon as you say that shit to yourself or say that shit out loud, you're going to look up and somebody going to be knocking on your door, and it's exactly who God sent for you. But you got to make up in your mind to let go of the old, right? Let go of whatever this is that you're not even wanting to be in. Wow. Like I'm going to lose you. Someone's name could be Marie or Maria Levinson. Every broken heart knows we were walking on moonlight and you pulled me close. Split second and you disappeared, and then I was all alone. I woke up in tears with you by my side. I love this song. Bye. See, we're not promised tomorrow. This is a message for somebody. We're not promised tomorrow. So why the hell are you wasting your days with somebody you know you don't want to be with? I'm confused, right? Because why? Because you're afraid, because you feel like you can't do it on your own. But what if God told you you don't have to do it on your own? The thing is, God can't send you something real when you living with something fake. Right? God can't send you something real when you still got something fake in your heart. For some of y'all, you're not even with this person, but you're still holding on to them in your heart. And you over here talking about, God, send me somebody new. Well, you don't have room in your heart for somebody new is what I just heard. You don't even have room in your heart for somebody new because you still holding on to the old. Somebody, you just got to make room in your heart. As soon as you clear your heart of the old, God is going to send you the new. It's just that shit. God already know they ain't ready because they still talking about their ex that hurt them and ran away with the neighbor. Right? They still talking about the one that hurt them and ran away with the neighbor. Right? So during the circumcision process, God is cutting some things away. Let's talk about it because we don't ever get too far off the topic. Right? We still talking about circumcision. Y'all, we need 3 more to meet the goal. We at 120,000 comments, so keep hitting the screen, keep getting those likes up. If I can get 3 more people to help me meet my goal, we will have met the goal for today, or the second goal for today. All right, let's get into the next general set, y'all. We riding. We're talking about what we are cutting out of our life. We're talking about what we are cutting out of our life. What's being circumcised? What's being circumcised? All right, eternal love. I love that. Recognize that love is a constant, eternal force. You're a diamond, right? And when you're a diamond, you realize that, number one, diamonds are made under pressure. This is what I'm hearing. Diamonds are made under pressure. But when you realize the rarity of who you are, you'll understand that you are meant to have eternal love. Why? Because you are eternal love, right? If you are someone who is loving, you're kind. Y'all come on this live all the time and y'all tell me how much y'all love my energy and y'all love my light. Y'all, this is who I am. Every day, all day. Now, do I have bad days? No. I just thought about that. No, because I'm never going to sit in it. Hell, even if I stump my toe, I'm going to cuss, I'm going to yell, and I'm going to keep moving, right? Even if my kid's acting crazy, I'm going to cuss them out, and I'm going to keep on moving. So I say that to say this. Eternal love is who you are. And when it's who you are, Miss Shabba, how you feeling, girl? Jackie's still in the bed coughing her lungs out, by the way. Okay, eternal love. So when you understand that, you recognize that love is a constant, eternal force within you. So guess what? That means you can transmute anything into what? Eternal love. I can take any circumstance in my life, y'all, and transmute that shit into love. Why? Because I vibrate through love. Your song is Vibrate Love Meditation. This is Londrell. Somebody needs to listen to this meditation. This is actually a meditation chant. It's called Vibrate Love, right? When you vibrate love, what does that mean? Whoo, I'm picturing this, y'all. I'm picturing a jar. I have to show y'all, right? I'm picturing this jar, and this jar is vibrating, right? You are beneath this. Talk about it. This is you. This is the vibration, right? The shit that happens, what? It passes through the vibration. It comes out on the other end and get to you. Now, how it comes out is up to you, right? Shit happen to me all the time. Like literally, I got to take my baby to the doctor today. I got meetings. I got stuff I need to do. I'm not going to be stressed out about that shit. Guess what? If I can get to it, I'm going to get to it. I'm going to make my baby her pediatrician appointment. I'm going to take her to the doctor. I'm going to work a little bit, and I'm still going to get my readings done. Why? Because I transmute the energy. Whatever the chaos is for the day, y'all, has to go through what? Your vibration. This is your vibration, your frequency. This is how you transmute the energy. All these people that be on here talking about how I hurt and how I do this, you transmute it. What does that do? You take whatever it is, y'all, put it through the filter of your vibration, which is what? Eternal love, and that shit spits out to whatever you choose it to be. So if you choose to be overwhelmed by it, then that's what the hell you're gonna get, right? Overwhelming, right? But if you choose to take whatever the circumstances of in your life, filter it through your vibration of love, guess what? It's gonna come out and it's gonna be fine. Everything is always fine in my life. It is. Because whatever it is, I'm going to learn from it, I'm going to grow from it, and then I'm going to transmute it. That's all it is, y'all. The only time things sit and we sit in bad circumstances is because we ain't doing nothing about it. That's what transmutation is, y'all. It's just doing something about it. Hey, love. Hey, Katrina. So the issue becomes, y'all, most people don't do nothing about it. So then you just sitting in every day, in and out, talking about you anxious, you this, you that, but what are you doing about it, y'all? That's all transmutation is doing something about the shit that you've been dealt. Right? It's doing something with the shit that you've been dealt and turning it into something that is more positive for your own outcome. And it starts with your gratitude. Gratitude. It starts with your gratitude.
Ground yourself in peace.
Ground yourself in peace.
Ground yourself in love.
Ground yourself in love.
Ground yourself in peace.
Ground yourself in peace. Practice gratitude daily to attract more blessings. Wow. And stop going out of your way for people. Stop going out of your way. Your channel song is Out of Your Way by Snow Allegra. Stop going out of your way for people. Y'all, what is wrong with y'all? Child. You go out of your way for people, but they won't go out of their way for you. So now you over here mad. You got to be gratitude starts with you first, right? You have to show yourself gratitude first. Like, you got to be thankful for yourself, because somebody, you go out of your way for people. You do. You go out of your way for people. That's not balance. Wow, I told y'all I don't read the damn cards. They read me. Balance. You need balance in your life. Maintain balance in all areas of your life, right? You got to stop going out of your way, because people will never appreciate what it is and who it is that you are. See, somebody, you're a whole gift. What is this energy? What is this? You are a whole gift. Yeah, somebody, this is about your family. You going out of your way. I got the 4 wands in reverse. See, what you have to find right now is inner harmony for yourself. You could be experiencing some type of conflict in your home or conflict with others, right? Because you feel like you don't have the support that you need. There's been some type of breakdown in communication in your home environment, but you're being called to transmute that energy. That's what this is about. Yeah, temperance in the reverse, and the fucking 8 of cups. I told y'all this is about balance. See, there is an imbalance, y'all. The temperance is 4, right? I mean, the temperance is the number 14. 14 can be significant. I'm seeing April 14th or August the 14th could be significant. April 14th or August the 14th could be significant. But this is about the imbalance of your family or your home environment. Somebody, you can try one more time, but there is some type of indecision. What's the 8 of cups? Ooh, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I don't know. Wow, blank. I love this blank card. I leave this blank card in here because when this comes out, it's like somebody, you whole confused. You are whole confused. See, somebody, you're staying in a marriage, a situation, a family environment because of finances. This has something to do with money. This has something to do with money. Financial independence. Somebody, you're financially dependent on somebody, so you don't want to walk away from a circumstance, but it's your family, or your family is financially dependent on you, because I got a Queen of Pentacles in reverse, but you need some type of balance in your life. Like, you got to find balance. What's this blank card? Yep, surrendering. The Hangman, 21. April 21st, August 21st, August 12th, or April 12th could be significant. See, there's been a lot of delays in your life because you are resistant. The indecision is on you. You have a fear of sacrifice. What is this about? Somebody, you trying to control the situation, but God is trying to move you away. Wow, justice again. Damn, balance, y'all. Justice again. God is trying to make something more balanced in somebody's family. This is 11-11. This is alignment. Justice is the 11 card. Right? God is trying to balance something in your life, but it's some type of truth and clarity that you got to be able to see first. It's something that you're missing in this situation. What's the Justice card? Yeah, it's you. You got to make a decision. 3 of Wands. Somebody, this is about you preparing how you going to progress and move forward in life. This is about your own expansion. Somebody, you may have an overseas opportunity. Don't let your family hold you back. Don't let your family hold you back. Yes, love, it's going to be on my YouTube channel. Matter of fact, I got the one from Sunday, Soul Sunday, I'm going to post today. It's probably going to be 3. The last 3 lives, I still need to post on my YouTube. So I'm going to post Soul Sunday. I'm going to post the live from yesterday, last night, and this one. So over the next 2 days, make sure you guys follow me on YouTube. I post these lives with the date. And the title, which is Circumcision, on this one, right? And they're on my YouTube channel. So follow me on YouTube. Moderators, drop my YouTube. It's Queen of Kings Tarot, and it's in my profile. So if you want to go back, just go to my YouTube and you can replay these lives, right? Yeah, you got to walk away. 5 of Pentacles in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Somebody, you're going to have an overseas offer, or an offer to go overseas to expand or to travel. Don't allow your family or people around you to stop you. Don't allow people to stop you. See, you got a lot of charity cases around you. Like, this, it's spiritual poverty. Like, people around you are in spiritual poverty, right? You can't allow these people to siphon you because they ass is in poverty. They want you to be in poverty with them. And you're not. You're being elevated. I told you, I saw that graduation cap. Somebody, you got to release the fear around your heartbreak. Wow, and it's your damn family. I got all of these in the reverse, child. I got the 9 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and the 3 of Swords all in the reverse. You are releasing the fear around your family and happiness. 10 of Cups in reverse. That's all this is about. This is definitely family for somebody. And whether this is your natural family or your a family that you built, meaning kids, your children, baby mama, I don't know. But there is definitely somebody harboring fear surrounding an unhealthy family dynamic, right? And it's a lot of negative self-talk. It's like you talking yourself out of something. March 10th could be significant. October 9th, September 10th, September 3rd. But you're being called to release some type of fear concerning what you dreamed and hoped for yourself. Somebody, it's like God is dropping your dreams in your lap, but you're afraid to move away from your family to do it. Yeah. It's like you're afraid either of what your family gonna say, what your family gonna think, but it's like you have an opportunity for expansion. But it's literally all about your family or others, what they think. And I don't know why you're so stuck on this, but it's definitely somebody who is stuck on not being able to move out and expand and grow and do what it is that you want to do for yourself because of your family. Child, the sun in reverse is the deck in reverse. No, the deck is not in reverse. Somebody, this has to do a lot with your inner child wounding though, right? March 19th could be significant. But this has a lot to do with your November 19th, right? This has a lot to do with your own inner child. You talk to yourself negatively. Because your parents talk to you negatively is what I just heard. Somebody, you are your own worst critic. You really truly beat yourself up, but you do that because your parents did that to you as well. They didn't encourage you. They didn't tell you how great and wonderful you are and how successful you would be. They only told you what they wanted you to hear because they wanted you to be successful to support them, right? They only supported you when they felt like it was going to support them. But when you begin to elevate and you grow spiritually, ain't nobody supporting that. But if your ass working and making money and taking care of them, then everybody is there. As soon as you begin to experience spiritual growth, you truly see who's there for you. That's when you recognize people for who they are. That's what the 6 of Wands is. Somebody, you're gaining public recognition for your spiritual gifts, but it's triggering the people around you because your spiritual gifts ain't gonna help them. Come on, Rachel. Your spiritual gifts ain't gonna help them, so they ain't gonna give you no accolades for that. Now, when you making money and they got their hands out, then they all ready to give you the recognition that you deserve. But this is about recognizing your own spiritual gifts and that you're winning and that you're progressing. But everybody ain't happy for that. Somebody, you're healing your inner child because now you are giving yourself the recognition that your parents never did. The devil, yeah. You're recognizing things about yourself, and even though you weren't giving the recognition by your family, you never needed it. Why? Because they asses is toxic anyway. What's this devil energy? Toxic attachments, restrictions. Yeah, see, these are the people that have tried to stop your new beginning. That's the devil with the Ace of Cups in reverse. See, somebody, you experience a lot of emotional loss because of your family. A lot of emotional blocks, even in your creativity. Somebody, you feel like you had like writer's block or some type of creative block. Maybe you're a painter or a writer or something, and you haven't been able to really get into the flow lately. You need to watch the people around you. There is something stifling your creative energy and your abilities at this time. What's the devil? Yeah, Knight of Cups. See, somebody, you got an offer coming in too. And it has something to do with whatever it is that you're creating. This offer is connected to your creativity is what I'm seeing, right? But you have to recognize anything that's going to hinder you. For somebody, this person that's trying to hinder your blessing is a Sagittarius energy, feminine. Gemini, feminine. The Lovers in reverse. Somebody doesn't want you to make a decision about how you want to move on for yourself. September 15th or June 15th can be significant. See, there's a lot of disharmony in some type of relationship imbalance. Yeah, but you like, I'm not fighting this shit no more. I don't have time for the conflict. See, you're in the energy of avoiding conflict. And you can respect the differences of others. Sometimes you'll just agree to disagree and walk the hell away. That's what needs to take place, because you have to make some type of decision on what it is that you want. See, you're starting something new for yourself. You feel these urges to create, but you have to get rid of the people around you that's stopping that creative flow. See, y'all, we can't create in chaos. I take time for myself every 2 weeks to get away, every weekend, every other weekend by myself. Why? Because I'm a creator. I create content all day. I'm a spiritual guide. I can't do that with constant people around me. I have a soul tribe. The way I say, y'all, I got to go this weekend. I need to get by the water. They say, okay, we got the kids, right? You have to set that for yourself. Why? Especially if you are a creator. And if y'all watching me, you a creator. You creating something. Right? You are creating something. But sometimes you have to take time for yourself and realize what's taking place around you that is not conducive to your creating, right? So now you got writer's block, or you can't think outside of the box. It's something that you want to do for yourself. Your channel song is One Day by Cleo Soul. June could be very significant. My angel born in June. Somebody, you were born in June. The sunshine follows you. These are the lyrics to this song. Always here for you. My angel born in June. The sunshine follows you. Your love helped me push through. My angel born in June. The sunlight follows you. See, there is sunlight that follows you. But when you keep people around you who dim your sunlight, that confuses you. Now, all y'all walking in the dark. I need 2 more to hit the goal, y'all. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, love. 2 more to hit today's live goal, y'all. See, there is something that you're meant to begin for yourself, and it starts with your own self-love. See, a lot of the imbalance that you feel in your life is because the people around you. You have to understand that the sunshine is within you, right? The glow is within you. The creation, thank you, love. The creation is within you. Okay, Lamb of God, thank you, love. Right? So when you understand, number one, that all of this is in you, why? Because God is in you, because the power of God is within you, then you have to make certain choices and decisions for yourself. Somebody, you have to make a decision on what it is that you want for yourself. Why? Because this is chapter 10. The end is what I heard. Your channel song by Jiminelle. I think it's called Jiminelle. Chapter 10, Truth. I ain't never heard this song before. But it says chapter 10, true. Somebody, you're in the 10th chapter. I heard this is the end. Why? Because now you can be true with what it is that you want for yourself. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this truth is what I heard. Let's clear the energy. Let's talk about this truth. See, there's a truth that's being revealed to you at this time. And see, a lot of times we don't want to see what God is revealing to us. I want to see what this truth is. Chapter 10. Put in the comments, y'all, chapter 10. Grand day, Fatima. Grand day, Fatima. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for the heart puffs, love. 99 artists, thank you for the heart puffs. I think do we need 1 more to meet the goal? Let me see. Oh, no, we met the goal. Thank you, guys. Thank you guys so much. Somebody is in deep regret. Chapter 10, true. Somebody is in deep regret. Let's talk about it. This is going to be your last channel message. Tap the screen, share the live. Let's get into this last message. Somebody is in deep regret because this is the end. This is chapter 2. Yeah, these are energy vampires, envious people, child. Green eyes with envy. I told y'all, somebody is in regret. Somebody is in deep regret. They are envious. I got green eye envy. Because this chapter is over for you. Right? When this chapter is over, child, can't nobody else. It's done. It's over with. This is chapter 10 for somebody. And folk mad. Everybody's not happy about the changes. Why? Because you have some type of God-given talent, y'all. I'm just shuffling and splitting. Right? You have some type of God-given talent. See, God has called you from among them. Can you please stop with this damn imitation shit? Move. Right? You have a God-given talent. See, God has reached his hand down, right? And pulled you from among them. If y'all look at this card closer, see them hands reaching out? God plucked you down, right? Plucked you down. Invite co-host Jay, please go the hell away. Don't do that shit no more. Okay? God-given talent. See, when God reaches down, because you're finna get blocked if you do that again. All right? reach down to get you from among them. But some folk just want to keep you down there, right? So when God reaches his hand down there to pull you from among them, there are some people that are envious. Why? They question why God ain't come get their asses. But this is your chapter 10. Thank you, Isaiah. Thank you, Isaiah. Right? This is chapter 10 for somebody. This is the truth, right? This is what you're seeing at this time. See, somebody, they failed a spiritual test when they tried you. Spiritual test failed, right? They failed the test when they tried you because they didn't realize that you was whole protected, child. It was all a test. See, God will send people into your life. Why? Because you are an angel, and people will, what is it, y'all? They will, entertain angels unaware, right? Entertain angels unaware. So sometimes, thank you, girl 53, right? Sometimes God will send people in your life and they don't even realize that they're entertaining a whole angel. Somebody failed the test because you were a part of their test and they didn't recognize you. See, they thought you was going to chase them. Come on, chasing at the split. See, chasing at the split. Somebody thought you was going to chase them and they failed the test because God said, my chosen don't chase, we attract. Shit, we don't chase anybody. That's why this person failed the test, y'all. They failed the whole spiritual test because they thought that you was going to chase them. And you don't chase. No, you don't chase at all. Yeah. See, you've been spending time at the altar. See, you've been praying. You've been burning candles. You've been burning incense. You've been giving thanks to God. And see, when you give thanks to God, what happens, child? Your channel song is I Want to Love You by Londrell. I Want to Love You by Londrell. We don't chase. And when you understand that, people will understand that as well. And then what happens, child? You a praying woman. See, when you got on your knees and you made supplications, right? You prayed to God for exactly what it is that you want. And now you're getting messages through music. See, come on. I want to love you. Messages through music. As you receive these messages through music, guess what? All financial karma is done. Financial karma is in the reverse. Somebody, your finances have been held up because God has been trying to get a message through to you, right? A lot of your financial difficulties is because you're not learning a lesson in your life somewhere else. People always think when they have financial struggles and troubles, it's because of something financial. No, it's not. It's usually spiritual. It's usually something that God is trying to get your attention. And the best way to get people attention, what, y'all? Is through their damn money. Let your money start getting funny. You're going to pray all day. Come on, truth. Truth, well put together. Let your money start acting funny, child. Then you get to praying. Sometimes God got to get your ass worried to get your attention. I got worried. There's a king. You might be worried. Sometimes God got to get you worried to get your attention because you wouldn't spend time with God. When your money looking good, you forget about God. Come on, wealthy woman. Come on, wealthy woman. But you're meant to be a wealthy woman, but that means in all areas of your life. You can't just focus on your money and not forget about God, right? Sometimes you get so focused on your money, you forget about how you got that money, right? It's still based on your God-given talent. That's crazy. Came right back to that first card at the split. It's still because of your God-given talent, right? And when you realize that God gave you the talent, then you're going to stop fixating on the talent and fixate on God. That's a message for somebody. I got the death card, right? You're being transformed. I love the death card. I don't know why people think that's a bad. The death card only means transformation. It means things have to end in order to have new beginnings. See, sometimes God gives us a particular talent or a gift that is meant to make us a lot of money, y'all. It is, right? It is. It's meant to make you a lot of money, but you can't forget where the talent or gift came from, which means if you making all this money off your talent or gift and you not giving God the glory, then guess what? This time you're going to pass the test, though, y'all. Now we got spiritual test passed. Now we got spiritual test passed. See, now you're going to pass the spiritual test because you realize it's all a test, child. It's all a test of the emergency broadcast system. I'm a Scorpio moon. I'm Scorpio moon. I'm Leo sun, Scorpio moon, and Cancer rising. That's why I'm empathic as hell, psychic as the fucks. All of my placements are psychic placements, y'all. Leo sun, Scorpio moon, and Cancer rising, right? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Somebody, you working too hard. You in a sweatshop, right? You're working too hard. This is for a king. I got the emperor, right? You're imprisoned by your job. Come on, you're imprisoned by your job because you have a poverty mindset, though. See, the theft that you're experiencing right now of your money is because you chasing it. And that has a lot to do with greed, right? That has a lot to do with greed and gluttony. This is a message. Somebody, it's all men, so this is definitely for a king, right? I literally, all these cards I just pulled out, y'all, gluttony. See, you're meant to be with somebody. I got power couple here, right? But you working too damn hard. I got sweatshop. So you working too hard. You're an emperor, right? You're an emperor, but you got to watch the people around you too. See, you've experienced a lot of loss, a lot of theft in your life, right? You got to watch these friends behind you. It's people right behind your back, and they with you for your money. It's only for your money. These people don't care about you. They will steal stuff right behind your back, but you got to understand you are an emperor, so you cannot be imprisoned by a lack mindset. There is a king. You are imprisoned by your own lack mindset. Maybe you grew up in poverty, right? Maybe you did grow up in poverty. I see rats, I see roaches, I see poverty, right? But guess what? You're not in poverty anymore. Why? Because God is in you. 2:4, right? God, there is no lack among them, right? There is no lack. Now, when God in your life, you lack no good thing. Somebody, you're breaking a poverty mindset. And poverty mindset usually say, guess what? I got to go chase every dime, right? I got to go chase every dime. Now I got to go spending all this money. Now I'm just greedy and I'm gluttonous. Why? A lack mindset, y'all. Most people who have like shopping addictions and all of that stuff comes because they didn't have shit. So when you don't have stuff and then you begin to get money, guess what? You lose your damn mind. That's still a poverty mindset because it ain't going nowhere. You ain't got to go to the store and buy 17 of everything. You ain't in lack anymore, right? That's a poverty mindset. Somebody, you are a power couple. I got ancestral protection. See, this is a king. You got a queen. You're meant to be in unity with somebody. And your queen has been protected even as a child, right? See, this is the queen. She a little girl. She over here protected. Y'all are meant to be a power couple. But if you sitting in this energy of chasing, working too damn hard, imprisoned by your own mind, God say, you know what? I'm going to have to take your ass to spiritual court because we don't have time for this. Somebody, you slowing down your blessing with your person. See, you meant to be a power couple, but you can't be a power couple if your ass is dead ass tied, sweatshop, working in prison, living in poverty or a poverty mindset. So now we got spiritual court. God had to call somebody forward to say, wait a minute, what you doing here? No time for himself. That's not good. Right? That's not good. Everybody should make time for themselves. You should not be working so hard that you don't even have time for yourself. That's a problem. Because that means forget me. Hell, if you ain't got time for yourself, you damn sure ain't got time for me. But that's a problem. Why? Because you have to spend time with God. If you ain't got time for yourself, then guess who else you ain't got time for? This is a message for a king. Your channel song is We Need You. We need you, king. Okay? We, the collective, we need you. We need you to be strong. We need you to be protected, but we don't need your ass burnt out. Somebody got to slow down. You got to take time for yourself. If you can't even take time for yourself, then you ain't taking time with God. I don't care if you got to at least get 30 minutes in the damn gym. If you spend time in the gym, ain't nobody there but you and God. This is a message for a king. See, there's some type of unexpected income that's coming for you, but you got to trust in God. It's like you working so hard to try to get it, and God is just telling you, can you just trust in me? If you can trust in me, I'm going to provide it for you anyway. You just got to trust in me. Somebody, you out here trying to work your blessing in. You trying to work up financial abundance, and God is saying no. As soon as you stop chasing it, you sit in the energy of allowing it to come, and then you get unexpected income. Somebody, you got unexpected income. You just got to stop working for it and allow God to bring it in. And that only comes through you spending time with God. Somebody, you got a liar around you. This is a different message, child. What the hell is this? Somebody, you got a pathological liar around you. What is this energy, child? Oh my God. Somebody, I don't know. We got pathological liar. Yeah, and you already know it because you the high priestess. I'm talking to a divine feminine. You the high priestess, but you got a liar around you. Let's see what this is about, y'all. And then we finna end out. It's 9 o'clock, y'all. Tap the screen. Let's get to 200,000, and then I'm gonna end out, y'all. Let's see what this last message is. This is for a high priestess. You are a high priestess. You have this inner knowing about you. But child, there's something going on, child. We got a pathological liar. What is this about? Who is that? That say my child? Oh, child. Okay, let's see. Somebody, their heart is healing though, right? You know, people don't lie. I just saw that. There's a new beginning coming because somebody's heart needs to be healed though. See, a lot of times, y'all, especially when we talk about children, we don't realize that children be hurt. They do. Like my oldest daughter is hurt. She got a lot of hurt in her too, right? But we can only do what we can do as parents, right? And even husbands, y'all, we can only do what we can do. You can't heal somebody else's heart for them. You can't. You have to allow somebody to heal it for themselves. But somebody, let's see. We got high priestess with pathological liar. What is this about? You'll get through whatever this is, though. Your channel song. I'm saying you'll get through. You see things are changing. Don't be scared. Sometimes it's easier to live in fear. Don't give in. You're meant to be free. So whatever this situation is for you and whoever this is, whether it's a child, a husband, whoever it is, you changing no matter what. You see things are changing. You don't be afraid of the change because you're being set free of this situation regardless, right? You are being set free. Yeah. See, somebody's being called a spiritual court. That's crazy. It came out again and I reshuffled the deck. See, whoever this pathological liar is, and it's no tea, no shade, y'all. We've all lied. Like whoever this is, though, this is the energy that they're coming out in as a liar, right? But they're going to spiritual court. God is dealing with this person right now. And I feel like you know this, though. If you coming out as the high priestess, you have an internal knowing, right? That something is changing. See, this is someone who now has to take life a little more serious. This is somebody who was in player energy. Right? And if this is about a child, it's immature energy, right? It's still the same, right? It's that player, that immature energy of really not knowing what it is that you want, right? Well, God calling somebody to the carpet is what I'm hearing. Yeah, somebody's in spiritual court about you. God don't play. Ooh, because you the empress. See, when you the empress, God don't play about you and you don't come off of your throne, queen, right? When people begin to lie and they in this player energy and they got these insecurities and all of this stuff is going on, guess what you do? You don't come off of your throne. You never come off of your throne. You stay in empress energy. And when you stay in empress energy, you allow God to call people to the carpet. Somebody being called to spiritual court for what they did to you is what I'm hearing. Yeah, because you are a gift from God. And see, when you are a gift from God, people don't get to squander the gift, but people will try. So I feel like somebody tried to squander the gift of who you are, and now their ass is in spiritual court. God gonna deal with it. You never have to worry about it. See, when you the high priestess, that means you got a connection to God, and God ain't gonna never let people do you wrong without showing them themselves. It's not about showing them you. Because they already know who you are, child. You the high priestess and the empress. Every damn body know that. These people know who the hell you are. Don't be confused. They know who you are. The issue becomes they need to be taught a lesson by God. So somebody being called a spiritual court. Yeah, because you're breaking the generational curses in your family. Right? You are the generational curse breaker. So sometimes you just have to sit back and let people get theirs. Why? Because you're not going to repeat the same pattern. See, the pattern is self-sacrifice over give. Run to everybody's aid when they need you. What's wrong with you? Why are you mad at me today? What's wrong with you? No, you don't care about that. When you in the Empress High Priestess energy, you let people to their own devices. You leave their asses right over there where they at until they figure it out. Why? Because you had to figure it out. All adults have to figure it out on their own. Let's be clear. If you have minor children, then you are to take care of your minor children. Adult children, husbands, all of these damn people, they got to figure that shit out on their own. Why? Because you had to figure it out on your own. See, you are a generational curse breaker, which means you teach people how to break their own curses. You don't enable them. You teach them how to break the chains that bind them. You don't enable them. And now guess what? We got a wealthy man. Somebody, I just heard somebody is jealous of you because you have a wealthy man. Somebody over here lying on you because you are attracting who you are, right? You are attracting who you are. Remember the last reading we had the wealthy woman. You are attracting who you are. And sometimes folk just be mad at that, right? So sometimes people could be lying just because they see what you got going on. Somebody, you got a wealthy man coming in, right? You got a wealthy man coming in. Yeah, and this is, see, whoever these other people are, they in poverty. That's why they mad. Come on, Dominique. See, they asses in poverty. I shuffle the deck and then damn cars are still coming out, right? They asses is in poverty and they mad because you over here in your go up. You in your empress energy, you the high priestess, and you got a wealthy man coming in. All these other people going to spiritual court and they going to be sentenced to poverty is what I heard. They are being sentenced to poverty. And that's the poverty of their own mind. Why? Because you and this person, y'all spiritual generals. So y'all call in the war. Come on. Y'all call in the war. You and your person both are spiritual generals. These people that are going to spiritual court, they going to be in poverty. That's their lack mindset. Their lack mindset going to eat their asses alive because they don't know how to come out of that lack mindset anyway. That's why their asses over here working like they ain't got good sense in this damn sweatshop because they don't know how to sit down and attract God's blessings. See, you got to sit back and attract God's blessings. 222, right? That means you are coming into alignment with who you are. You ain't got to chase nothing. You don't. But these people who are in this player energy who thought they was going to lie and play with you is what I heard. This pathological lie and playing folk. These people who thought they was going to lie and play in your energy, now their ass is in spiritual court and they going to be stuck in poverty working hard while you over here sitting and attracting, child. You sitting and you attracting wealth. You attracting abundance. All good things come to you, child. Why? Ooh, because you got a high priest. Both of y'all asses is spiritual. Come on. Both of y'all asses is spiritual. We got the high priest and the high priestess. Let me tell you something, y'all. If you are a high priestess, then you know your person is a priest. God is not going to send you someone who is not just as spiritually gifted as you. I done told y'all that. Just because your king gifts don't look like yours does not mean the king is not gifted. The king is going to be more spiritual than you. Why? Because they need to lead you. The high priest is the priest of his castle, which means his ass is more spiritually inept than you are. He just ain't gonna be on TikTok talking about it like you. right? But he has to be the leader. So anyone that's gonna lead a high priestess gotta be a priest, y'all. Let's talk about it, right? Gotta be a priest to lead the high priestess. Somebody, you got new love coming in. Right? If you're not with your person now, they're coming. We got new love coming in. Why? Because the angels are guiding y'all together. See those beautiful angels above you and this person? The angels are driving you towards your person. So if you are single and you in your high priestess energy, guess what, child? The priest got to be handpicked for you. So that ain't easy, child. When you spiritual like me, everybody can't deal with your spirituality, your love, and your light, which means your person is being handpicked for you. So sometimes it might take a little longer, y'all, because you can't be with no regular person. You got to be with a high priest. Why? Because you're a high priestess. And it ain't many of them. Come on. It ain't many of them. So guess what? It may take you a little longer. Why? Because when you meet this person, especially if you already in your high priestess energy, then it ain't going to be no separation, child. It ain't going to be no back and forth. It ain't going to be none of that. Will it be easy? No, but it won't be no separation. Me and the king ain't never been separated. We never have. And I taught people, you sometimes you do go into separation, but I was already in my high priestess energy when his ass came along. So guess what? There has been no separation. We've been ride or die since we met, child. Well, not met because we've always known each other. Shit, we done known each other a long ass time. But the day that he said we locked in, we've been locked in.
What if all of your dreams
and I tell you, the king always know. It's us. I done told y'all. We talked about that last night. We the one that be having the issues. But I say this, if you are already walking in your high priestess energy, great day, love, you're already walking in that energy, then you don't get with people and go into separation and now y'all 6 years apart and 3 years apart. Now, will there be times where your energy won't be balanced and you may feel energetically separated? Yeah, because you're being elevated and so are they. So sometimes y'all energies will fluctuate. Sometimes y'all might not see eye to eye, but y'all asses ain't in no separation. You just trying to figure out how to rebalance the energy. That's a message for somebody. That's a message for somebody. You and your person ain't in separation. Y'all are just trying to figure out how to rebalance the energy. Why? Because you're being constantly elevated. They are being constantly elevated. So at some point, y'all have to kind of be in separation energetically where y'all may not talk as much or may not communicate as much because God is rebalancing the energy. And as soon as the energy is balanced, y'all back good again. It's just a rebalance, Miss Siobhan. Tell them, child. Look, Miss Siobhan done been around me when I had to rebalance. Be losing my damn mind, right? But sometimes you have to be in that period to rebalance your energy, y'all. That don't mean you separated from your person. 911, right? 911, right? It's 911. Sometimes that shit is an emergency. Somebody really needed to hear that. You and your person aren't in separation. Y'all energies are being rebalanced. As soon as you balance yours, guess what? They will balance theirs, and then y'all gonna be good again. Why? Because you, divine feminine, you are the stabilizing energy. Let's talk about it. You, divine feminine, you are the stabilizing energy. So if your energy is all over the place, guess what? Now your person all over the place. As soon as you stabilize your energy, as soon as you say, you know what, God, I get it now. This was about me. Huh, damn. And you wake up and y'all good. Because you just realize, oh, shit. All I had to do was stabilize me. All I had to do was get out of my damn feelings and walk and do what God told me to do. And now we good. Yep, child, you whole good. That's a message for somebody. Somebody, you finna have a royal baby. Beautiful. Beautiful. See, God needs royal babies. Why? Because legacies have to be built, y'all. And legacies come from royal bloodlines. So you may have thought your ass wasn't going to have no more kids, but somebody, you going to birth a royal baby. Why? Because you have a lineage to build. You got a legacy to set. So somebody, I don't know. I got royal babies here. I got royal babies. Yeah, but see, you're, let me tell you why this royal baby has to come forth. Because many people rejected you and your person. Rejected God's gift. See, many people rejected you and your person. Why? Because both of y'all are gifts from God, right? And if you haven't met your person, then listen to the story because this is what you're going to find out when y'all get together, okay? Both of you guys have experienced rejection. Why? Because when you meet your person, they mirror you and you mirror them. Both of y'all have been through rejection before, right? So when you understand that, what has to take place? You guys have to begin to heal. So when you're in these periods of what you would consider no contact or separation or all of that, guess what? All God is doing is healing the heart. Somebody, you need to be a heart surgeon. You need to be a heart surgeon. Okay? Heart healing is taking place, right? And you are meant to birth royal babies, but you can't birth royal babies out of a broken heart. So that's why you have to heal your heart. Your person has to heal their heart. And then what happens? They come in. We got a traveler. My person that said they single or no babies yet or something like that. Yeah, it's coming. I got a traveler. Somebody is coming in. He fine, y'all, too. Look at that chart. Chocolate skin, them dreads, child. If that's your cup of tea, coming in, right? Somebody is traveling, but you had to go through, as well as they had to go through, a heart healing. A heart healing. Somebody, you up all night seeing 1111. Your person is looking at their phone. Every time you look at your phone, you see 1111. What is that? The sign, y'all, of alignment. When you start seeing 1111, it's because you are going to, if not already with your person. That is angel numbers. It's energetic alignment. When you on the 1111 frequency, that means that you are calling in your person or you already with them, y'all. So somebody, you going to get up at night and you're going to look at your phone and it's going to say 1111. Your person misses you. When you see that 1111, it's just a reminder that your person messages you and they're sending you messages through music, right? When you hear 1111, listen to see what's on the radio. Like if you happen to be in the car or something and you see 1111, listen to what song is playing because your person is sending you messages through music. You may know your person or you may not. Y'all, God orchestrates stuff in the spirit first. Why? Because they are emperor and you are empress. Y'all, I can't make this up. We got the empress and the emperor. We got the empress and the emperor, and we got the high priest and high priestess. This is a divine spiritual couple. High-ranking spiritual couple, right? emperor and the empress, the high priestess and the high priest. This is a spiritual couple. Y'all are meant to have royal babies. Why? Because it's a legacy. You have to leave a legacy. Now, I don't know how y'all gonna do it. Somebody you meet might need to figure it out. If you can't have kids, I don't know. But y'all are meant to build some type of legacy together. This is a high-ranking spiritual couple, right? And high-ranking spiritual couples do what? They heal others by their ability to be healed. I'm about to get out of here, y'all. So your final message is just to continue to spend time at the altar, y'all. See, this is what got you to where you are. Yes, a puppy counts. Right? You just continue to spend time at the altar. This is exactly how you called in. What you are calling in for yourself. This is a beautiful story, y'all. And if it's not yours yet, all right, claim it because it's coming in. Because how do you get to this story? You spend time at the altar. So everybody may not resonate with this story physically, but you resonated with it emotionally. It's like when I began to read it, you felt that shit with the core of who you are, and you don't even know this person yet. Why? Because you're claiming it. That's what you're spending time at the altar for. All you doing is speaking into existence what you want. I am a prophetess. What I say comes to pass. So all you need to do is claim it and then watch God. And then you're going to be sending me a message talking about, Lady Empath, I'd have met the king. And I'm going to say, why? Of course you did, love. Why? Because you started spending time at the altar. And when you spend time at the altar, you spend time with God. And God denies you no good thing. No good thing is ever going to be denied of you as long as you spending time at the altar. Let's get some closing messages, y'all. I hope y'all have an amazing day. I'm going to get some overall closing message, and then I'm going to get one of my pocket therapy cards. I end every reading now with my little pocket therapy cards. Okay, so let's get some final messages. A literal prince. I love it. A literal prince. I love that. Beautiful. Beautiful. What are the closing messages for this beautiful Tuesday with 222 on the viewers? Right? What are the closing messages? I hope you guys have an amazing day. Closing messages is, yeah, take the high road. I love that. Today, somebody might try you. That's what I heard. All right? This is somebody's overall advice. Somebody might try you today. They might. Because you being called to take the high road. It says you're at an impasse with a relationship or a situation. It's now time to think bigger. Release desired outcomes and take the most positive course of action. Somebody, you're being called to take the high road and better try Jesus, right? Don't try me. You better try Jesus. I love it. I love it. Somebody, you're going to be called to take the high road today. So that's what you tell them. Child, it's 919. Look at them and say, you better try Jesus. Don't try me. Say, try Jesus. Don't try me, child. Somebody, you're being called to soar on this beautiful day, y'all. It's a beautiful day to soar. Go outside. After I finish this live, I'm going to go sit out back until about 10:10, and then I'll start my work day. But I'm going to go sit outside for a minute, right? It says soar. You're being asked to stop dimming your own light, period. Right? It's time for you to come out of the shadows and let your authentic self soar. Fly high, right? It's time for somebody to soar today. It's time for you to put your phoenix wings on and rise out of the ashes, right? It's time for you to soar. 919 is about blessings, y'all. 9 is wisdom. 9 is wisdom, right? Somebody, it's your inner peace and abundance. I love that. Inner peace and abundance, right? It says abundance. You're being asked to open to abundance, to believe that you're deserving of it, and to believe that it will flow to you. This is the first important step toward receiving it. Breathe deeply and trust that it's on the way. Somebody, your abundance is on the way. You just got to breathe deep and believe it, y'all. You just got to breathe deep and relieve it. Thank you, love. What is that? What was that? 1010 is your angel number. What was that gift? That was beautiful. Rising key. I love that, Fatima. Thank you. Send a rising key. I ain't never seen that. I love that. Beautiful. Right? Somebody, it's your inner peace. Right? It says you are letting outside circumstances create turmoil and frustration within you. Remember, you always have the power to choose your responses. Let inner peace attract a higher vibrational outcome for you. Today, somebody, you're going to choose inner peace. I love this card too because those are lotuses. Those are lotus flowers coming out of the mud. Y'all know how I feel about lotus, right? So you're being called today. I don't know. Today, something may pop off, y'all, especially with this take the high road and inner peace and abundance. So I feel like you're going to be reminded today, right, to just take the high road. Right, take the high road. It has a lot to do with your own mindfulness is what I'm hearing too. All right, let's get you guys some pocket therapy messages. This is a new deck I got. I love this deck. Why is the guidebook in the middle of it? All right, let's get some pocket therapy. Which tattoo? You got, oh, the lotus tattoo? What song is this on? What is this? Something keeps pulling me back. Her. Y'all, okay, this is a quick message for somebody. Your song is Something Keeps Pulling Me Back. And then I just got an alert from my threads. And it says, the wrong man won't just break your heart. He'll break you. Watch for these signs. Somebody, you got to watch for the signs about your person. And that's a random message. It says signs you're loving a man who's at war with himself before you lose yourself. That's okay. I don't know, y'all. That's crazy. Because that your channel, your song, and then this alert just came up and it literally says, the wrong man won't just break your heart. He'll break you. Watch for these 11 signs you're loving a man who's at war with himself before you lose yourself. That's just a threads alert that popped up on my phone. I'm not going to look at it, but that's just a quick message for somebody. You might need to reevaluate, right? Reevaluate who you loving on. That was random as hell, y'all. That was random as hell, and we getting ready to end. I know, sweetie. Javi said you was coughing. You good? We're going to go to the doctor. Hold on, let me see. All right, y'all, let's get into it. The last message is someone's name could be Mara or Marva. Initials could be MH. Your last channel song is Send It On. Send It On. All right, what's the final messages before we end, Spirit? Okay, somebody scan your body today. I got mindfulness. Mindfulness is your card, and it says body scan. Right? It says stress can settle in your body and manifest in ways such as clenched jaw. Right? If you clench in your jaw, be careful. That's stress, y'all. It says hunched shoulders, right? Sitting like that. No, sit you with your back up, child. It says, or a tight lower back, right? All of this energy back here in your lower back, all of that is stress, y'all. It says notice and release pent up stress with a body scan meditation. All right, somebody, you can look up what a body scan meditation is. I don't want to have to read all of this, but if you're feeling like tightness in your lower back, clenching your jaws, or finding yourself hunching over a lot, it's time for you to do a body scan. All right, go take some yoga is what I'm hearing. Stretch yourself out, even Pilates. Somebody do wall Pilates is what I'm hearing. I love wall Pilates because I don't have time to work out, but I've been slacking on that. So God just told me I need to start back doing my wall Pilates because I be busy, y'all. I ain't got time to go to the gym, but you got shit around your house that you can do. All right, somebody, you need to cultivate gratitude on today, right? Cultivate gratitude. It says gratitude is a conscious, proactive of appreciating and experiencing life more fully. It's not about ignoring your struggles, but rather about acknowledging the good that exists alongside them. When you feel lost or overwhelmed, seeing the bigger picture can help you feel more peaceful in your life. To nurture a grateful mindset, try to notice the position in any given situation. With practice, it's possible to acknowledge that a situation is stressful and still find a silver lining. We were talking about transmutating energy, right? You can acknowledge that the situation is stressful, absolutely, but then what are you going to do about it, right? So it says like straightening a muscle or like strengthening a muscle. Gratitude is cultivated through consistent effort. Begin your practice today. Somebody, you're practicing gratitude, right? You're cultivating gratitude as a way of life, right? Let's get one more. Give me one more, Spirit. All right, forgive yourself, right? 2 of them came out. And all of these are, well, these are self-love and emotions. Okay, great. Forgive yourself and then hold space for sadness, right? Forgive yourself and then hold space for sadness. So with forgive yourself, it says part of making peace with your post. Y'all, I need my glasses. Don't talk about me. Part of making peace with your past entails choosing to forgive yourself. Self-forgiveness doesn't mean you no longer care about the mistakes you've made. Rather, it allows you to make peace with what happened and grow from it. Start by taking responsibility for a mistake you've made. Be compassionate with yourself and remember that making mistakes does not make you a bad person. If appropriate, also apologize to whomever you've hurt instead of mentally replaying what happened and cycling through self-critical thoughts. Reflect on what you've learned from the experience. Consider what led you to your behavior and decide how you like things to go differently in the future. All right. And then your final message is hold space for sadness. I love this, y'all, because you ain't always happy. It's definitely times that you get sad. Hell, it's times that I get sad. You have to hold space for sadness. You just don't sit in it, y'all. Sitting in sadness leads to depression. It's not to say that you ain't never going to have a bad day because you awaken and you wonderful and you live in love and light. No, I'm awakened, I'm wonderful, and I live in love and light, but I still may be sad. It's okay. It says sadness is often ignored, minimized, or smothered with positivity in an attempt to not feel it at all, right? The thing is, sadness isn't a bad feeling. In fact, it's neither good nor bad. It's simply a feeling, y'all. Oh my God, I will set you free if you just realize that. Sadness ain't good or bad. It's just a feeling. Just allow yourself to feel it and keep that shit moving. It becomes an emotion. Woo, revelation is just what I heard. Revelation. Sadness becomes an emotion when you sit in it. See, sadness is just a feeling, meaning that it will pass if you don't sit in it. The thing is, you sit in it, and now sadness becomes an emotion rather than a feeling, and now you're depressed. That's a message for somebody. That's a message for somebody. See, you can feel sadness. It's a feeling, but feelings are fleeting. I always tell people feelings are fleeting. That's why love ain't a feeling. Right? Love is not a feeling because feelings are fleeting. Some days you might feel love, some days you don't. That's why you need to stop talking about who you love and how you love when you equate love as a feeling or an emotion. Love is not a feeling or an emotion. Love is a choice. You choose love, right? Sadness is a feeling. But if you sit in the feeling of sadness, it now becomes an emotion and now you're depressed. Somebody, it says it's natural to feel sad sometimes. And allowing yourself to feel this emotion can help you grow. By acknowledging your sadness without judging it, you can embrace self-acceptance and peace. Acknowledge the fact that you're sad. It's okay. You just don't need to sit in it because then you will become depressed. And that ain't good for nobody. All right, y'all, I got to get out of here. I'm going to make my baby a pediatrician appointment. Going to get my day started. Tomorrow is Wednesday, y'all. So Wednesdays is Wind Down Wednesday. So tomorrow I may not be on in the morning. I'm not usually on Wednesday mornings. We'll see what God say. I probably won't be though. I may drop a lunchtime Wednesday tea. If God say do so, we'll see. But either way, I know for sure we'll be on for Wind Down Wednesday tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. However, God has been moving lately and I've been coming on randomly. So make sure your notifications on because if I am going to go live, I always put it in my thought box at least an hour or so before so that you guys will get notified. So make sure the notifications on. Always check my little thought box, right? And I'll let you know if I'm going to be live. If not, then expect me to be live tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. These videos will be loaded to my YouTube, right? So I got to do the Sunday one, the Monday ones, and today. So at some point they all will be on my YouTube channel so that you can catch the recap, right? Also on my YouTube channel is the regular readings that I post during the day as well. I got readings that go out all week, especially when you're talking about divine love, right? My YouTube is primarily love readings between divine masculine, divine feminine, kings and queens, right? That's why my channel is Queen of Kings Tarot. Why? Because behind every king is his queen, right? We are to support the divine masculine, but we can't support them until we know us, right? So that is about you loving you. So my journey is always to empower her, right? The divine feminine in everybody, right? That's men and women. We all have feminine energy. So I empower her, the divine feminine in everybody. Why? Because you need that feminine imbalance to support the king. All right. Thank you, love. I'm happy you found my page too. Right. So anytime you guys, the scammers child, this is my only page. Remember the scammers, y'all, because they pop up and then as soon as y'all follow me, they gonna inbox you. Yeah, they inbox and it's a scam. So this is my only page. It only says the Lady Empath 1111. It ain't no underscores. It ain't nothing else, y'all. So please be mindful of the scammers. I will never ask you to send me money. I will never. The only way to book with me is on my website. I do personal readings. I do live readings. I do life coaching. I do all of that, right? But the only way to book it is on my website. I will never inbox you and say, hey, come send me some money so I can do a reading for you. Those are scammers. All right, guys. I hope you have an amazing day. They definitely try it, Kim. They definitely try it, child. The one and only Rita, child. You need a life coach? Check out my website. So life coaching, you have to do at least 3 sessions. It's no point in scheduling a 1-session life coaching, right? It's not. So my life coaching is grouped into 3 sessions. We do it live on Zoom, right? You get homework, child. Oh, life coaching is serious, right? We go through childhood trauma. We'll see where you are in life and where you want to go. We make vision boards in life coaching, and it's still intuitively guided. I still use the cards. I do. I use whatever God tells me during these life coaching sessions, and you will have homework. And if you don't take it serious, then I'm not going to do it, right? Because I don't want to waste my time. If I take time out of my day to do a life coaching session, it's with people who want change and you're ready for change. So yeah, for sure. If you guys want life coaching, you can book it on my website. It's live with me. We go on Zoom for an hour. We'll pick like 3 days consistently, right? 3 weeks in a row, meet at whatever time for 1 hour. We go through homework. We go through everything, y'all. All right. So let me get out of here, y'all. I got to get my day going. Thank you so much for joining the live. Thank you guys so much. Jack of all trades, child. I have become the light and the guide that I wish I had. How about that? That's what God just showed me, right? That's what he just told me. Like, I have become the guide that I wish I had. And I always did have it. My guide was just directly from God. I didn't have a person that I could go to and talk to. So I always had a relationship with God. Being able to hear y'all is a wonderful thing. Even if you don't listen. Because I ain't always listen. But I've always been able to hear. Okay, Jessica? Thank you, love. Like, I've always been able to hear. Okay, be clear. Because God always show you. You just don't always listen. Now I have mastered the art of listening to God. And that's all you got to do, y'all. That's all it is. It's really, that's what God just told me. Damn, yeah. The art of self-healing and life coaching is really about you being able to listen to God again. Because if you can listen to God, guess what? You won't make the same mistakes that you used to make anyway. Where's that other deck? I don't know what I did with it. Let's put this back over here, though. All right, so that's really what it is, y'all. It's the art of being able to listen to God, right? It's the art of being able to get the noise, right? Cancel out the distractions and the noise in the background, right? That most people can't do. Like, most people can't do that. And that's why you need life coaching and you need somebody to help you cancel out the noise, because most people care about people too damn much. You do. You care about what people think. You care about what people gonna say. You make decisions based on other people and not what you want for yourself. But that's what we were taught, y'all. We only do what we were taught. Y'all, we grow up. We grow up being taught that. Where we grow up being taught to take care of people and to be there for people and support people, and especially if you came from like a broken home or a single parent home, because it was only one parent. So then you grow up feeling like you got to take care of your mama or everybody else because everything was put on to you. So now you have to get back to finding out who you are and not who they said you are, right? Get back to who you are and not who they said you are. Yes, but body meditation is just calming your spirit. right? Calming your body, breathing, practicing breathing and mindfulness, just going outside, right? Finding yourself. What you do for yourself, guys, every day is what sets your reality. And there is not one God-given day, I promise you, there is not one God-given day that I don't do something for myself. Not one. I got so much shit to do right now. I need to get audit reports out. I got tax returns that people waiting on. What I'm about to do, Jacinia, tell them. I'm finna get off this live and go in my backyard and sit with my feet in the water, because ain't none of that shit finna get done until I feel good. That's just how I live my life. And I ain't got to worry about God not sending clients my way and all that. Why? Because I'm making room for God. When you make room for God, people can't get mad at you because they audit report late, because God told me to sit with my feet in the water first. Right? God told me to go take care of you first. Right? I ain't got shit to do tonight, so I can work a little later if I need to. Right? That's how you have to formulate your life, though, right? You got to spend time with God. You got to spend time with you. And you and God are one, y'all. So you have to spend time with you. So just because your day is busy, that shit ain't gonna get no busier if you take 15 minutes for yourself. It will actually get easier because now you grounded and centered yourself. So you have to find times throughout your day, every day, to do something for yourself. Even if it's walking around the block, right? Even if it's just going in your backyard to sit outside. Even if it's just sitting in your front porch. Now, don't sit on the front porch and think about all the stuff you ain't getting done. That's counterproductive, right? You sit out there and you be mindful. What is that? Listen to something on YouTube. Listen to some meditation music. Do something that is going to calm you. Only take 30 minutes. You ain't got to do that shit all day, right? And then after them 30 minutes, just like you would schedule a lunch break into your day or a break into your day, schedule your mindfulness into your day. I don't know what damn job you work at that won't give you a 15-minute break and a 30-minute to an hour lunch. So instead of running your mouth in the break room with people you don't even like, right? Instead of running your mouth in the break room with people you don't even like, all you got to do is go to your car and turn on something mindful. Go walk around the parking lot. Put your earbuds on and your headphones so people know you ain't paying their ass no attention, because you're being mindful about you at the moment. And when you finish, take your headphones off, go back in, and your whole day is going to be set for the rest of the day. Do that twice a day, y'all, please. At least twice a day. Find 30 minutes for yourself, right? One being in the middle of your workday and the other being either before or after your workday. All right, y'all? I love that. A Zen den. Yes, a Zen den. And you have to. So whether if I work from home like I am now, then I go in my backyard and put my feet in my pool. If I'm at the condo, I can be working at the condo. I'm going to take a break, go down and walk the ocean and come back up and finish working, right? It don't hurt nobody, y'all. And all it did was kind of relieve the stress and the pressure off of you, right? That's all it is you beginning to release the pressure and the stress off of you. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. Okay, I'm looking at. Okay. All right, y'all. Have an amazing day, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow, if not before. If not, then it'll be tomorrow for Wind Down Wednesday. I was going to say Wind Down Business. Somebody start a wine business. Hell. Hey, love. We getting ready to get off. Talking about good morning. We out of here. Catch me tomorrow, y'all, 7 p.m. for Wind Down Wednesday. Love and light as always, guys. The Lady Empath, 1111.